watch out if your enemy's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me, and he gets claws real big, pissed off quick, and if you cross him you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling the score, never getting bored, loves the blood and gore, always wanting more freedom from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force departed. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness, torn apart quick, you left scars ripped, you'll be chewed up and discarded. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. Adrenaline pressure, it's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's clever, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. He's locked away inside with the key controlled by fight or flight. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, yeah. Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up.
Only God wants to better.
bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap, only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got cash in the bag, stadium packed. For the rock star in this life, I'm living up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap, only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. For the rock star in this life, I'm living up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap, only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
What's up, everybody? Nymph, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. And yes, I know there is a newer video. Hello, if I'm going over one, I obviously see the one that was uploaded 11 hours ago. Thank you. I know how to do my job. I've been doing this a while. Just saying. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Alright, everybody. How are y'all doing? Are we doing good? Yes? No? Maybe? Hello? Oh, no, you're good, Veronica. I was just teasing. I was teasing with you. I'm actually in a good mood. I'm in a pretty good mood, I have to admit. Pretty sure the videos are going to contain assumptions as facts, misunderstanding, plagiarism. Yes. Oh, yeah. Congratulations, Beowulf. I saw what you typed in chat. I feel like I lose brain cells every time I listen to Essence of Thought. Yes. I went back all the way to 2019. And I have been listening videos. A lot of them. And I can tell you that my brain hurts. And we were going to have a research day, but then this video came out. I already had planned we were going to do a research day today. But then the one video came out. And then another video came out behind it. And I was like, can I please get my research done so I can make this video? But no, we have to keep going on and on and on with it. So. Yeah, well, I need Ethel to stop so I can make this video. Well, Infamous, you're pretty much going to have to catch up, but you should be able to get it through the video we're going to watch. So. At this point, I feel like my video can be 5 minutes, and it's just me telling Ethel to shut up for 5 minutes straight. Honestly. Yes, they can physically stop. They absolutely can physically stop. Nightmare. I'm listening to a TikTok series, Nick's video, your live stream, and I'm playing video games. I don't know how you're doing all that. I can multitask, but not like that. Infamous, I did a research stream, and the playback is on members only. So yeah, I was live about, I was researching. I did a research stream, and that playback is on members only. So that's what you saw. So, okay, so just know I'll be taking notes and commentating and trying to be as entertaining as possible because I know this is going to be boring. The things I do for you people, I swear to God. Okay. All right, let's get started. Oh, this is called this is on Essence of Thought, and this is called oh my God, I can't speak today. What is wrong with me? Cross-referencing Vagelina Skov's, not Scow, but Skov, response to the plagiarism allegations. So basically, it's a react. So I'm reacting to a react. And I'm pretty sure there's just going to be a bunch of dumb stuff in here. So. Geo, I'm not new to this. I've already watched your videos. It's at 1.75. Thank you, though. Pigeon Salad, thank you for being a member for 15 months. Yo, hope you're doing well, Xylie. I am. Thank you very much for asking. I agree, Gio.
But Illuminati has been accused of abusing people, allegedly. It's just not the same thing, and that was just used because she could put it in the title, in the description, and tags for good SEOs.
Because it is downright shocking to see the similarities between Scow's actions here and Illuminati, aka Blair, as called out in H1 Guy's plagiarism video last year.
But here's where it gets interesting. Blair knows people might notice.
Wait. Let's go ahead and start at 25 seconds in. Actually, Ethel, your email that you sent to Skov is something that Illuminati would probably do. Honestly, you're acting more like Illuminati. Matter of fact, you are acting like Illuminati. Hold on, because let's go back to when Illuminati first got busted. What did she get busted for? She was saying that lawyer, I can't remember the lawyer's channel's name, but that lawyer was stealing purple highlighter and torn pages. And that's when I went on my torn pages arc on thumbnails and stuff. You know, I was on my torn pages arc in thumbnails. It was kind of funny. But she was saying that him and his crew were plagiarizing her off of some dumb shit like that. The same shit you're doing. So who's really like Illuminati there, Essence? Ethel? Who is really like Illuminati there? That would be you. And oh my God, I am going to use that point in the video. Excuse me while I write this down. Naughty reference. I should have just wrote Blair. And video. Torn paper highlighter. I mean, listen, if you can play with instances, so can I. Two can play this game. Legal Eagle. Yes, it was Legal Eagle.
As called out in H1 Guy's plagiarism video last year.
But here's where it gets interesting. Blair knows people might notice this, so she's come up with a defense mechanism. The video has a link in the description to a list of sources, where stuff she quoted or showed in the video gets linked. This is normal, lots of people do this, although usually they cite them when they use them in the actual video, but still. It's an unlabeled collection of links that's difficult to sort through, but if you keep digging, eventually you find a link to Brian Deer's YouTube upload of the documentary. So now if anyone criticizes the fact she ripped it off, she can say, no, I was using a source, I cited it, check, it's in my list somewhere, and she uses this flimsy excuse to basically steal anything she wants. Blair frequently...
I know, Gio. I covered the situation. I know, Gio. I do know. I covered the situation. I covered it. I was going around making the joke that Illuminati owes me because I was using torn paper thumbnails and stuff like that. I know.
Plagiarizes people, never mentions they exist in the video or cites them anywhere, but she puts a link in a list no one will read. So that makes it okay, right?
Schönen guten Tag. My name is Levi Schade, formerly known as Levi Bird, and today we'll be talking about Vagelina Skov's response to the plagiarism allegations against them. I've already shown you one example of Skov grossly misrepresenting the allegations, and you can find even more in the chapter cross-referencing Skov's claims. In addition to those, we'll also be covering their response to the evidence that their video was plagiarized, as well as their various counter-allegations against ETHEL of Essence of Thought. Before we begin, I want to make it absolutely clear that I do not want anyone to harass Skov, contact them, or leave any angry or critical comments on their videos. Other than watching the videos to check my claims, please leave them alone. I do not want anyone harassing them on mine or Ethel's behalf, full stop. I also need to make it clear that these are ultimately my opinions. While I've done my very best to research and evidence everything properly, I could very well be mistaken. Both.
Okay, so what? This is like a Levi video? Is that what this is? Is this a Levi video? Oh, it must be. Okay. Alright, well. Food for thought. Levi video.
Mine and Skov's opinions of the facts are also, by definition, not factual. So I encourage you all to check the evidence for yourself and form your own opinions separate from both of us. You can find all of my sources in the Google Doc links below, including timestamps for all the quotes. Finally, I'd like to give everyone a content warning for harassment, extortion...
Oh my god, the content warnings. Holy shit. Bro, the sad thing is all of this should not be about the problem that you are having. You simply said she plagiarized you. Okay? And why does extortion have to be a content warning? If somebody freaks out about talking about extortion, they should get off YouTube. Like, bro. Yeah, what? You know what? I'm gonna... okay. So, y'all know me. I'm, like, very highly sarcastic, right? So, I don't know. I might put a content warning of my own at the beginning of my video. And it'll just be a little surprise on what will be in it. There might be some Easter eggs to see if y'all even read it. So I'm going to go ahead and tell the people who are in this chat right now, when I put this video out, I'm going to tell who read the content warning and who didn't. Okay? I'm going to tell who read it and who didn't. All right?
Transmisia, transmisogyny, ableism, child sexual assault, child grooming, pedophilia, anti-Semitism, neo-Nazis, wishing for someone's death, and physical injury. We love...
Content warning, Xylie yells a lot. Okay, true. Southern, that's a good one. Southern woman yelling. True. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh, that's so funny. Alright, let's go.
To do this thing in online discourse where we treat statements as though they're all made in a vacuum, judging them only on whether they're internally consistent or morally agreeable. That won't work for this discussion, because whether it's reasonable for someone to accuse Skov of plagiarism, demand compensation, or speak out against them kind of depends on whether they engaged in plagiarism, as well as the nature and extent of that plagiarism. So, we're going to look at the evidence of Skov's plagiarism, listen to their side of the story, and then discuss. Obviously, there's no point in discussing whether someone plagiarized if we don't know what plagiarism is, so I'm going to briefly dispel any misconceptions. Plagiarism is defined by the University of Oxford as, quote, presenting work or ideas from another source as your own with or without consent of the original author by incorporating it into your work without full acknowledgement.
It was a YouTube video. They don't have to have your permission to use your stuff. I certainly didn't get your permission for this reaction. It's called fair use. I don't have to have your permission. She could have clipped it from your video, but she didn't even watch your video. And I believe she didn't watch your video. I don't blame her for not watching your video. I don't agree with anybody who said they should have watched your video, that Vagelina should have watched your video. I do not agree with that whatsoever. After what ETHEL was doing to Rachel Oates, I don't blame her for not watching ETHEL's videos. Sorry. Sorry about it.
End quote. The university also clarifies that, quote, the necessity to acknowledge others' work or ideas applies not only to text, but also to other media, such as computer code, illustrations, graphs, etc. It applies equally to published text and data drawn from books and journals, and to unpublished text and data, end quote. Also, of particular interest to us, the university states that, quote, paraphrasing the work of others by altering a few words and changing their order, or by closely following the structure of their argument, end quote, is a type of plagiarism called paraphrasing. So, in other words, yes, taking screenshots without clearly stating where they came from is plagiarism.
Okay, because God forbid somebody has the same take as you, right? It's automatically plagiarism if somebody has the same take as you. Get out of town, bro. Y'all are ridiculous. Y'all are absolutely ridiculous. You know what, Maya? I 100% agree with you. H-Bomber Guy's plagiarism video and its consequences have been a disaster for the human race. Period. Point blank. Period. And Kay makes a very good point in a university setting, not the internet. Absolutely. Absolutely. We are not in college. We are not at a university. We are on YouTube. Just saying.
Yes, taking a summary without clearly stating where it came from is plagiarism. Yes, covering the same topics in the same order without stating where this structure came from is plagiarism. Yes, this also means clearly acknowledging where these things are taken from in your work itself, not just linking random pages in a source list. Granted, the university does also say that, quote, plagiarism can include reusing your own work without citation, but that's because this is also concerned with academic rigor. We're mostly concerned with consent, ergo we're not going to take issue with someone reusing their own work.
They don't need your consent to use the same screenshots. I'm gonna tell you right now. I could have took those screenshots from your videos without your permission. I don't need your permission to take those screenshots from your video. I don't need your permission to use parts of your video in my video. It's called fair use, baby. I don't even have to mention where I got them from. I mean, it's good to do so. All right. But there is no damn way. Y'all gonna sit here and demand something like you all of a sudden thought of it yourself. Bye. Yeah, anybody who says period, point blank, period, besides Xylie Gets Biased, because Xylie Gets Biased has that pass. Xylie Gets Biased is the only one that has the pass of using period, point blank, period. From now on, which I did this months ago, but I'm really going to start hammering it home, okay? Anybody who uses period, point blank, period, you owe me $5. I want my $5 if you use period, point blank, period. I want my $5. I better be getting, people better be paying up. I use that. Nuclear Winter, you owe me $5. Well, you kind of give it to me already because you're a member. But still, I want my $5. Beowulf, I owe a few hundred then. Well, you best be paying up. Okay? Just saying. And Xylie Gets Biased, being that you are the only person with the period, point blank, period pass, I expect you to be out there collecting, and I'll share it with you 50-50. Okay? Because I'm pretty sure we're going to rake in thousands with this. All right? So I'm going to split it with you 50-50. All right, Xylie Gets Biased? So you need to go out there and be the tax collector. All right? And I'll split it with you 50-50 because you did the legwork. All right? I expect you to be out there doing the Lord's work. Nope, that variation don't count. Llama for $5. Period, point blank, period. See, Llama gets it. Thank you, Llama. I appreciate the 5. Yes, I now... Listen, my empire is expanding, okay? We hit 10K, so we're expanding, right? I now have a tax collector, and that is Xylie Gets Biased.
With that made clear, let's talk about the evidence we have of Skov's plagiarism. The most concrete piece of evidence of Skov's plagiarism are the screenshots. 8 screenshots from their video on Lily Orchard were found to match up with 8 screenshots from videos in Essence of Thought series on Lily Orchard. The screenshots were all found to be taken at the same zoom factor, they all had the same background and profile pictures, and they all contained a security feature which was personalized to ETHEL. I won't show all of that here, partly because ETHEL has already covered it in detail, but mostly because Skov hasn't exactly disputed it. In addition to the 3 data points ETHEL covered, it's also important to note that the versions of the screenshots in Skov's video were much blurrier than the ones in ETHEL's videos, meaning that the data was more compressed than the originals. Now, this suggests that they'd been screen captured or snipped from a video display, meaning they had to be ripped from a video as opposed to archive links. They were also cropped closely, cutting out elements which would differentiate similar screenshots, such as the number of notes and the replies. Now,
oh my God. Do you think maybe they were possibly taken from the video, and put on a website for someone to download to use? Because that's a possibility. That's very much a possibility. Oh my God. That means that Vagelina didn't directly, quote unquote, steal from you. Man. And then there's also the point of suck it the fuck up. They're just screenshots. If you were so worried about people stealing your screenshots, then you should have put a fucking watermark on it. Small Beauty Drama learned that a long time ago. For the longest time, they used to put watermarks on all their screenshots. If you were so worried about people stealing your stuff, put a watermark on it. That was your dumb ass for not thinking to do that. Sorry about it. Draconian, thank you for being a member for 9 months. She don't have to talk some bollocks. Okay, thank you, Draconian. I appreciate it.
To be clear, this technically only proves that Skov used screenshots that were stolen from ETHEL, not that they stole the screenshots themselves. This isn't the only piece of evidence, though. There's also the order of the screenshots. Skov discussed each screenshot and, by extension, the events surrounding each screenshot in the same order they appear in ETHEL's series.
So what? So what? Who cares? So what? So what? Oh my God, so what? Who cares? That does not prove plagiarism. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm gonna bang my head. And I'm only 6 minutes in.
At 22:16, Skov discussed the screenshot shown at 1:45 in ETHEL's first Lily Orchard video. At 25:36, Skov talked about the screenshot shown at 16:35 in ETHEL's second Lily Orchard video. At 25:40, Skov covered the image shown at 17:56 in ETHEL's second Lily Orchard video. At 26:30, Skov talked about the screenshot shown at 22:56 in ETHEL's second Lily Orchard video. At 28:17, Skov discussed the post shown at 2:22 in ETHEL's fourth Lily Orchard video.
Who cares? This is brain dead. This is literally brain dead. I can't believe that y'all have so much time on your hands that you actually thought this video was a good idea. There's nothing else that you can talk about except for doubling down on this. There's nothing else that y'all can talk about. And Levi, just because you're saying it, it doesn't make Ethel's arguments any better. Because now you sound brain dead just as Ethel. I'm just saying. Come on now.
At 28:20, Skov talked about the image shown at 2:23 in ETHEL's fourth Lily Orchard video. At 28:42, Skov discussed the tweet shown at 19:08 in ETHEL's fourth Lily Orchard video. Finally, at 33:21, Skov talked about the post shown at 16:06 in ETHEL's fifth Lily Orchard video. ETHEL didn't discuss the screenshots in chronological order, so the fact that Skov discussed these events in the same order without a singular exception is significant. It's also
No, it's not. It's not. It really isn't. It's not what you think it is. It is not what you think it is. At all. At all.
not just about the screenshots that came from ETHEL's video, but the screenshots that didn't, or rather, the lack of. In that entire 13-minute section, I couldn't find a single screenshot that didn't match up with the one in ETHEL's videos. There are also two facts which Skov states in their video, which I couldn't find another source for. These are the two details of Blade's testimony, what Lily said to him, and what he saw in her stream. On top of all of this, there are certain ideas Skov has which are similar to ones in ETHEL's series, such as the idea that Lily could be sending herself asks to control the conversation.
Wait. Are y'all calling thought processes plagiarizing too? On top of all this, there are certain ideas Skov has which are similar...
There are certain ideas Skov has which are similar to ones in ETHEL's series, such as the idea that Lily could be sending herself asks to control the conversation, and that Lily has no way of vetting any nudes which are sent to her.
Oh my god. Are we... Essence of thought is literally thought policing. Yes. My god. Somebody having a similar take? Who would have thunk it? Oh my god. Who would have thunk it? Wow. Man. I guess I plagiarized the whole commentary community when it came to Mama Max. I guess I plagiarized a bunch of people when it came to what do you call it? What's her name? Colleen Ballinger. I guess I plagiarized the commentary community when it came to Eugenia Cooney. You know, I wasn't even part of the community then. I guess I plagiarized because I was agreeing with what those people were saying. Just saying. Damn. Yeah, I guess I was plagiarizing about Creepshow art. Hell, as a matter of fact, the whole internet was plagiarizing the thought process about Creepshow art. Because now that drama went across all communities. And everybody was talking about that one. So, man.
Finally, Skov's summary of Stockholm is very similar to ETHEL's, effectively being a watered-down version. So, what does Skov have to say? They don't properly dispute that the screenshots came from ETHEL's videos. While they imply that these screenshots could have come from anywhere, they also admit that they can't guarantee they didn't come from ETHEL's series.
So what I will say is that I cannot guarantee that none of the screenshots that I received or that I found online in random places did not originate from Essence of Thought. But what I can guarantee is that I did not go to Essence of Thought's video to screenshot things and take...
And there you go. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Timothy, thank you for the $4.99. Ethel is really frustrating, but just existing at this point. True. True. Thank you for the $4.99. I appreciate it. Yeah. They could have very well come from the video. We don't know. But I do believe, because we went over this when we went over Jessica's video on the situation, that the victims of Lily Orchard are saying that the screenshots came from them. That they weren't even Ethel screenshots. So somebody's lying somewhere, and the person that's not lying is Vagelina Skov. Because she said they very well could have come from that video, but I didn't get them from that video. Just saying. Just throwing it out there.
Take that as my own.
Instead, they claim that they got them from third parties in other places, including random pages on Tumblr and Reddit, from DMs, and even from Kiwi Farms. Yes, that Kiwi Farms.
I should mention...
Yeah, Kiwi Farms, and I get, you can get screenshots off of Twitter. You can get screenshots off of Tumblr. You can get screenshots off of Facebook. You can get screenshots off of Reddit. And, yeah, that Kiwi Farms. Get over yourself.
Well, one of the sources that I didn't mention, and I still haven't mentioned, and this, admitting this is probably going to get me in trouble, but was actually Kiwi Farms, and I only really went there to see archives, screenshots of things. The other thing that I did wrong in the situation was that I didn't check the source of all of the screenshots I used, because like I said, some of them came from random Reddit posts, random Tumblr posts, and from the DMs as well.
They also argue that their ideas being similar to Ethel's is a coincidence. For example, they say that the idea of Lily sending herself asks was obvious to them because they'd seen that behavior before, and they say they didn't plagiarize Ethel's ideas about Stockholm because they were summarizing the story rather than analyzing it.
The other thing that she said I plagiarized was that there was a section in both of our videos talking about, like, Lily Orchard's probably sending herself messages so that she can respond to them herself, right? We both said the same thing, but this is not like a super 4D chess move thought to have. Like, this is a very basic thought to have because creators have been outed for doing that all the time.
Oh, guess who did that too? Creepshow Art did it on Locale. Creepshow Art got busted doing that on Locale. Guess who else did that? Illuminati did that. Illuminati did that on Reddit. Damn, Ethel. Ethel and Levi, y'all are not as smart or as intelligent as you think you are. I'm just saying.
It's not a bizarre thing to think. I think most people, without being told that opinion, would think it themselves. So we did just have the same thought. That's not plagiarism. Another thing that Ethel said that I plagiarized was Stockholm. I summarized some of the main points of what Stockholm is about because obviously it's YouTube. I didn't want to go into the full details of it because, like, it's disgusting. And because I did that, Ethel was saying that I plagiarized their video because they also talked about Stockholm. But
yeah, I mean, God forbid y'all have the same take on something that was disgusting. Holy crap. Holy crap. You know, if Vagelina would have came out saying Stockholm was great, you know, we would all be side-eyeing Vagelina. We would all be side-eyeing her. I mean, God forbid she had the same take as you, and it was disgusting. That Stockholm was disgusting. Like what? This is stupid. This is stupid. You can't copyright takes.
It just doesn't make sense. Like, I think they're trying to say that I plagiarized their analysis of it, but I didn't analyze it. I just summarized it.
Finally, they argue that they wouldn't have used Ethel as a source of information because of Ethel's character. Specifically, Skov claims they don't trust Ethel.
I don't blame her. I do not blame her. Because Ethel is obsessed. Absolutely obsessed. And you know what? Being that this is your video, Levi, I'm going to go ahead and start saying y'all. Y'all are obsessed. And I think the reason why y'all went after Vagelina, because you wanted to bait Rachel Oates to come out and say something about y'all. Poor Vagelina, she's just over here making videos, and you saw your chance to get on Vagelina so Rachel Oates would say something, because Rachel Oates hadn't been talking about you for 2 years. Y'all think y'all are playing this big brain game, and you're so obvious. You're so obvious with it. Holy crap.
As a source of information because she
goes after people, and how she twists things and how she lies about things.
At first glance, the argument that the screenshots came from third parties seems pretty damning. Maybe we can prove that the screenshots originally came from ETHEL's video, but we can't prove that Skov was the one who stole them. Case closed, right? Well, no, this is only a slightly different version of the same problem. Before, we had to believe that Skov managed to create screenshots of these posts that were, by some cosmic coincidence, identical to ETHEL's in 3 different ways, including one which is personalized to them. Now, we have to believe that up to 8 separate internet users created these same identical screenshots, or, at best, that they ripped the screenshots from ETHEL's video in the exact same way, and that not a single one chose to simply use the internet archive links ETHEL provided, or post the video in its entirety.
Holy shit, you're stretching. I don't know if I can make this whole hour and 22-minute video. You're stretching. You are absolutely stretching. Guess what? It's already been confirmed the screenshots were on Kiwi Farms. I had somebody in my live stream with me who confirmed it. They were looking at the screenshots on Kiwi Farms. It's over. It's done. This video should not have been made. And just because you're talking, Levi, it does not help. You're having the same brain dead take as ETHEL.
If there's one thing internet users are known for, it's uniformity, am I right? Not just that, but we also have to believe that all of these users cropped out identifiers like the replies and the number of notes, as though random Reddit and Tumblr users are scared of being tracked down and accused of plagiarism for posting a screenshot. Now, Skov also claims to have used Kiwi Farms as a source, but specifically for archive links. That rules out Kiwi Farms because archive links wouldn't contain the security feature. Skov also claims that they verified everything they found on Kiwi Farms, so we're back to the original problem. Where did Skov find the corroborating evidence?
Oh, so that's what it is. Are you got a problem that she got them from Kiwi Farms? Is that the problem? Are you doing this whole Keffels thing about Kiwi Farms? Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing? Because it seems like that's what you're doing. What if she got them off of Tumblr? Because from what I hear, that one thing has them too. What if she got them from Reddit? I ran across them on Reddit. So, I mean... bruh.
Evidence. Of course, Skov can claim that they were misremembering and that they did actually pull blurry screenshots from Kiwi Farms without verifying them, except that would mean claiming to use a transmissic neo-Nazi harassment website as an honest-to-God trustworthy source for
And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. We're pulling the Keffels defense. Guess what? This shit didn't work for Keffels, and it ain't gonna work for you either. It ain't gonna work for you either. Have you seen Twitter lately? Have you been in a Reddit? Wow.
information on a predatory trans woman. I'll let Skov choose which defense they prefer. Now, to be fair, we have found one screenshot in use by a third party. Specifically, the screenshot of Lily explaining her support for Fire Rose appears in a video by Definitely Bored Oranges. However, there are still several problems. First and most obviously, this still doesn't explain the other 7 screenshots. Even if this one screenshot isn't stolen, the other 7 still can be. Second, this screenshot is missing the trace.
So where's your video on Bored Oranges for taking that one screenshot? Where's your video on Bored Oranges? Where's the video? Oh, wait. It doesn't matter because Bored Oranges isn't friends with Rachel Oates. Ah, okay. Well, that makes sense, right? That makes total sense. Bored Oranges isn't friends with Rachel Oates. So, I agree, Rotten.
Traces of red that are visible on the edges of Skov's version of the image, meaning that Skov couldn't have used it because it's a smaller image. Third, Orange's version of the image contains the security feature, which suggests it was also stolen from ETHEL's video, which also suggests Skov got it from there since Skov couldn't have used.
So where's your video on Bored Oranges? Because now you're telling on yourself. Now you are literally proving my point on why I think you made that video on Vagelina. You are literally proving my point. Where is your video on Bored Oranges? Huh? Where is it at? How come you're not trying to cancel Bored Oranges for, quote unquote, stealing your screenshot? Where is it? I don't see it anywhere. Are y'all gonna make it? But no, we're gonna sit there and make 2 more videos about Vagelina. Alright? Where's your video on Bored Oranges? You're telling on yourself, idiot. You're completely telling on yourself.
Use the version in Orange's video. The only other explanation we have evidence for is that the screenshot came from Kiwi Farms because Orange just mentions using Kiwi Farms in another video on Lily Orchard. Thing is, this puts Skov in the same situation I outlined a minute ago. If they're not trusting Kiwi Farms as a genuine source, where are they getting independent verification of these screenshots? By the way, remember that name definitely Bored Oranges because I have a surprise twist for you at the end of the video. Even if we do buy that they got these screenshots secondhand though, all this still doesn't explain how they ended up in the exact same order, even the 2 screenshots that Ethel showed at 222 and 223 in the same video. If Skov really did rip these from random places on the internet, how did they establish the exact same sequence of events? Again, Ethel didn't cover these screenshots chronologically. On top of all that, we're supposed to believe that Skov found all of these randomly in the wild, but didn't find any screenshots besides Ethel's to use in that 13-minute section. Apparently, Skov did all of his research from all of these sources except for Ethel's series, but they somehow ended up with only screenshots.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I could give 2 shits if she even did take them from your video. I could give 2 shits. I could give 2 shits if she took them from your video, because guess what? She's still not plagiarizing. Still not plagiarizing. Y'all are taking this plagiarizing shit a little too far.
Screenshots from Ethel's series in that section.
True, Gio. The victim was lying. Ethel is only user of Shinigami Eyes. Nobody else is allowed to. Yeah, exactly. Ethel is the only person who uses that. Ethel is literally the only one person who uses that app for social media.
At this point, maybe some of you are thinking, okay, that sounds pretty unlikely, but it's still possible. Unbelievable coincidences happen all the time. The problem is, it's not just that Skov's explanation is unlikely, it's also that it lacks any and all supporting evidence, despite this evidence being extremely easy to provide. If Skov could show just one example of a screenshot identical to theirs out in the wild, it would throw half of my argument into question. And if they don't want to trawl through their browser history or random web pages, they could instead show us the DM.
She doesn't have to say anything to you except for sticking her middle finger up in the air and walking away. After that email, she was a lot better than me, because I would have emailed you back with 2 words simply saying, fuck off. But no, she emailed back and said, talk to my lawyer. She did a lot better than I would have, because I would have simply emailed you right back and say, fuck off. Just saying.
Where they implied they received some of these screenshots, while blocking out the profile information of the sender, of course. This is such a simple and a basic way to support their innocence that its absence is, personally, for me, almost enough to demonstrate their guilt by itself. In summary, I do not believe for a moment that they found these screenshots by accident. There are too many unlikely coincidences that I would have to accept, along with an inexplicable lack of evidence. But there's more. Even if we accept their story unquestioningly, we ignore how unlikely it is for separate users to produce identical screenshots, how unlikely it is for Skov to order these random screenshots in an identical way. We ignore the complete lack of evidence that these screenshots were even made available to them outside of Ethel's video. There's still one very important question they need to answer. How did they learn about all the context surrounding these screenshots? How did they learn that Lily specifically baited a minor into watching a stream where she flashes? How did they know Lily's exact words were, watch and find out? The Lily Orchard gossip blog talked about Lily baiting a minor into watching an NSFW stream, but nothing beyond that. I also couldn't find any details about this incident in any of the other sources in their updated source list. The only reasonable explanation we have is that they found out about this by watching Ethel's video containing Glaine's testimony.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my... Y'all are... This is so dumb. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. This is ridiculous.
It's also not like Skov couldn't have shown us where this came from if there were a simple explanation. We asked about this in the initial video, yet Skov hasn't...
Wait, so now it's Vagelina with a V, but you're close. Is expected to use original screenshots and not to any prior research because she might replicate someone else's arranged timeline of events. Yes. Ashley makes a really good point. Are we going to ignore how much of Lily Orchard's story is publicly available? No! Ethel was the only one to ever make videos on it. Essence of Thought were the only ones who have ever made videos. on Lily Orchard. Just saying.
Even tried to address it. If they have explanations, which they can show evidence for, I'm more than happy to eat a slice of humble pie, apologize, and post a retraction. I don't think that will happen though. Seriously, what's more likely? That they found all of these identical screenshots out in the wild, put them in the exact same order as ETHEL, to find additional context not in their sources, and that all of these screenshots suddenly can't be found anywhere on the internet, including their DMs, or that they lied because they don't want to admit to plagiarism. These screenshots also provide important context for the claim that Skov stole mine and ETHEL's thoughts. See, Skov has this divide and conquer approach to addressing the evidence, where they talk about each piece in isolation. For example, they argue that they knew Lily was sending herself screenshots because that behavior is obvious to them, because they've seen other people do.
And y'all are trying to dogpile with stupid fucking examples. Do you not understand everything you're throwing at Vagelina, the general public can throw right back at you? Do you not understand that? What part of this do you not understand? Will you go play with your paper, baby? I saw you were just playing with it. I'm working. Ma'am. Thank you. Anywho. Right. So anyway, check out. We are not alive talking about Lily Orchard's writing advice.
Do that. This is a fair explanation until you consider that we already know they had to have seen ETHEL's series due to both the screenshots and their knowledge of the surrounding context. It's all well and good to say you could have come up with an idea independently, but just because you could doesn't mean you did. If it was pointed out to you before you got the chance to think of it yourself,
How do you know that? How do you know for a fact that she didn't come up with those things on her own? Are you being ableist by doing that? Are you trying to say Vagelina is dumb and can't think of her own? Think on her own? Is that what you're doing? Are you being ableist right now? Sounds kind of ableist to me. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you think that's kind of ableist. Because they're kind of saying that Vagelina isn't smart enough to come up with concepts in her own brain. Yeah, it sounds kind of ableist, doesn't it? Holy crap. Well, good thing you put it in your content warning about ableism, because that's what you're doing right now. You're being ableist. Ugh! The nerve! My God. My goodness. Pumpkin. Yeah, Pumpkin. Ethel called, no, excuse me. Levi is being ableist towards Vagelina. Can you believe that shit? Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. Even Pumpkin just looked at me sideways like, what?
it's not your own independent idea. This, its obvious defense, also doesn't explain Skov's summary of Stockholm. Stockholm is a complex story with an entire book's worth of content, so there are a plethora of ways you can summarize it depending on what you want to highlight. For example, here's a few of the milder ways I may summarize Stockholm as someone who's read the first book in its entirety. 1. Stockholm is Lily Orchard's fantasy of a world where people accept and accommodate abuse. 2. Stockholm is a story in which Lily writes child characters as temptresses who are responsible for being sexually abused. 3. Stockholm is a story which blames pedophilia on intersex hormones and body parts. 4. Stockholm is...
How long did it take you to write these examples down as examples on how you would talk about Stockholm? This is... Okay, now I'm being ableist. This is dumb. This is really, really, really dumb. Oh my God.
is a story in which a mental health professional condones domestic abuse. 5. Stockholm is Lily's fantasy of a pedophile being allowed to form close relationships with children, be around them unsupervised, and even adopt a child. As you can see, even one person can come up with a lot of different ways to summarize Stockholm, so it's already unlikely.
Kangaloo. Well, this isn't Ethel talking. This is Levi talking. This is the other half on the video on the channel Essence of Thought. And yes, Levi is giving me a headache or a migraine. Yes. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, but they both give me a migraine. I can't believe you did an ableism. Yeah, I did. I really did.
Clear that Skov would come up with such a similar summary to Ethel, when you consider that we know Skov...
But you know what? Wait. I have ADHD, so I have the pass. Okay? If we're gonna... Wait a minute. Okay? Alright. We're gonna play by woke rules. Alright? We're gonna play... Because, you know, I used to be a wokey. Alright? I used to be a wokey, so I'll play by the rules. I will play by their rules. Alright? I have ADHD. I have the pass. Thank you. I have the pass to be ableist. And mine is diagnosed. Thank you very much. ADHD gang, rise up.
Watched ETHEL series, it's impossible for it to be a coincidence, because Skov didn't even get the chance to come up with that summary by themselves. The many ways one can summarize Stockholm also makes Skov's "I didn't plagiarize it, I summarized it" defense really weird to me. You absolutely can plagiarize a summary. A summary is, in fact, a unique piece of work, especially for a piece as long and complex as Stockholm. We now have only one piece of evidence left to address, the objection to ETHEL's character. Of course, at this point, we know it's not true because we have ironclad evidence that Skov plagiarized ETHEL's videos. Still,
No,
I want to talk
you
about how it
don't.
doesn't—
No, you don't. You really don't. You only have ironclad evidence in your brain only. Everybody else, quite honestly, from what I've seen, everybody else thinks that y'all are crazy for calling it plagiarism. Yeah, ironclad, more like tinfoil. 100% nightmare.
doesn't make any sense in any case. ETHEL's videos are fully referenced, meaning that trust isn't part of the equation to begin with. If you don't trust her claims, you can go into ETHEL's transcript, go to their source list, and check all of the facts for yourself and form your own opinion. Even if you think ETHEL is so cartoonishly dishonest that they're basically a lying guard in a logic puzzle, never telling the truth, you can approach their videos Wikipedia style and go straight to the links without even listening to a word out of their mouth. Also, unlike some people, ETHEL's source list isn't a mess of poorly labeled links. Every link not only has a detailed label, but a—
I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all are YouTubers. I don't care about those links. I care about the information that you give. And Princess Smokey, thank you for joining the Just Saying Squad. I appreciate it. I don't care about those links. I care about your argument saying that Vagelina plagiarized you. And y'all are trying to be H-Bomber Guy 2.0. And you're not doing very well. This video came out 1 day ago, and it only has 2K views. That shows you how much nobody cares. Because quite honestly, not very many people are talking about it anymore. I, however, am the dummy that is looking into all this. And I feel like my brain is fried. I feel like my brain is just mush. Because I am so tired of hearing ETHEL's voice. I am starting to have nightmares of someone talking at 0.25 speed in my head. Oh my God. I am sacrificing my brain cells, Yasmin. I am. Yes, I'm becoming Xylie tarded. That is exactly how I feel right now. Yeah, that's a good, Kay, that's a really good point. They're encroaching on H-Bomber Guy's copyright when they decide to call someone out for copyright. Yeah. If anything, H-Bomber Guy should come after y'all because y'all are trying to talk about copyright like y'all are know what you're talking about when you don't. Ugh.
a reference number that's used in both the video and transcript to tell you exactly which reference corresponds to which claim. The defense of, I would never trust this person as a source of information, works on so many people, but not ETHEL.
After that argument that y'all had about her plagiarizing, no, I don't trust y'all for nothing. Daydream for 10 for your sacrifice. Thank you, Daydream. I appreciate that because God knows I need it. Thank you.
It was also pointed out to me by a member of our community, who I won't name for their safety, that it's rather hypocritical of Skov to denounce ETHEL as an untrustworthy source while admitting to using Encyclopedia Dramatica and Kiwi Farms.
Did you hear what she said in her video about Kiwi Farms? That she goes behind it, whatever she finds there, she goes behind it and double checks it. If she got the screenshots from Kiwi Farms, okay, and so that's like me getting a screenshot off of Twitter. That's like somebody throwing a screenshot up on Twitter, and I find said screenshot, and I put said screenshot in my video. Okay, and good God, people. We're YouTubers. We're not, what do you call it? Reporters. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all are acting like reporters. And that's not a very good thing. Because reporters are sketchy anymore. And I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. They're all sketchy.
Skov cannot use poor character as a defense when they will admit to sourcing from much more biased and unsavory people. So, we have 8 identical screenshots, arranged in an identical order.
Oh god, I can hear it now. Oh, you hang out with the commentary bros. I already got called that. I got called, a woman, what is it? What did they call me the other day and I retweeted it? Somebody called me, hold on, I have to go look for this because it makes sense. Because this is exactly what's going to happen if Ethel hears about me making this video and hears about this live stream. This is exactly about what they're going to say about me. Hold on. Because it was I got time right now. Hold on. Okay, I have time. Okay. If only you weren't a woman edgelord. So I'm probably going to get called a woman edgelord just because I'm in the commentary community. Y'all do that guilt by association. Oh, y'all do that guilt by association shit, don't you? Ew, stinky. Ooh, that's stinky. Ew. Kay's like, commentary bros? Nah, we're the Xylie bros. Damn right, Xylie bros. It's gonna be over for us.
7 of which have no demonstrated origin other than Ethel's videos, and 1 which is only available elsewhere in a modified state.
Mind you, that was not Ethel that called me that. That was Queen of Spades who called me that. Oh no, now she's Queen Karma. But Queen of Spades called me that. A woman edgelord. Okay. Excuse me, that would be Edge Queen. Thank you. I am not a lord. I am not a man. I am the Edge Queen. Alright? Get that straight. Because I am too old to be a princess. Thank you very much. And I'm definitely not a lady, as you can tell by the way I talk.
We have context surrounding those screenshots, which also has no other demonstrated origin. We have Skov sharing thoughts, which are very similar to those in Ethel's videos, including an almost identical summary of an extremely complex work. Finally, we have a character defense, which makes absolutely no sense to apply to Ethel in particular, and is contradicted by Skov's other sources. In response to all of this, Skov's only defense is, I promise it came from somewhere else. You can't objectively prove it didn't. This is the best they have, even though objective evidence of their innocence would be very easy to provide. I would say that we have to go with Occam's razor on this one, but the evidence...
So, y'all are trying to force her to show you the exact location and where she got those screenshots. See, she's better than me. She is a lot better than me. Yeah, I got them from bro. She's a lot better than me. Axis says, I partially blame H-Bomber Guy for this, honestly. That one little section where he talks shit about commentary, copying everyone, and just reading screenshots vindicated these people. The sad thing is, Axis, it didn't vindicate them at all. It didn't vindicate them at all. It makes them look dumb because they're trying to ride a wave that isn't working.
Evidence is better than that. It's not just the most reasonable explanation, but the only reasonable explanation, supported by all of the available evidence. As if that's not enough, we even have evidence against some of their arguments and claims, even the ones you expect to be unfalsifiable, such as their claims about their opinion of Ethel's character. As far as I'm aware, the only situation which would require more solid evidence than this is an actual murder trial. Skov plagiarized. That's just a fact. If you won't take my word for it, by the way, you can take theirs.
The other thing that I did wrong in the situation was that I didn't check the source of all of the screenshots I used. Because like I said, some of them came from random Reddit posts, random Tumblr posts, and from the DMs as well. And I didn't check where those originated from, which was stupid.
Okay? What did she say that was wrong?
Have a word for taking materials, including screenshots from other people and presenting them in your work without telling people where they came from. That word is plagiarism. Even if Skov really did get these screenshots from third parties, never mind that we've already discussed why that's impossible, that doesn't mean they didn't plagiarize. You don't get a free...
Oh my god. It wasn't... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. If y'all were so worried about somebody plagiarizing y'all, then why didn't you put watermarks on the god-blessed screenshots? Why didn't you put a watermark on them? If you're so worried about people plagiarizing, why didn't you put watermarks on it? Why didn't you have the brain power to do that? Why? I'm just saying. Why? And if she did take them from her video, guess what? I don't give a fuck. I don't care. And you would be amazed on how many people don't care. And you know what? I don't care what people think who aren't content creators either. So the people who are blowing you up in your comment section that are going, yay, you're right. Oh my God, Ethel, you're awesome. Levi, you're awesome. I don't care what they think either. Because they're not content creators. I don't care. I really don't. Just saying. Meowser for 5. Ethel and Liam order from Postmates and think that means they're chefs. I don't know who's Liam. I don't know who that is, Ethel. I know who Ethel is. Order from Postmates and think they're chefs. True. That part true. Okay, we're right here, Xylie. Well, except for my chat, okay? My chat, I care about what they say. Why? Because they are the coolest viewers on the internet, thank you. My chat is smart, all right? The people who are hyping y'all up, not so much.
Free pass for being such a lazy plagiarist
Oh, I think they meant Levi. Oh, okay, makes sense. Thank you for the 5 Meowser, I really appreciate it.
that you don't even remember who you plagiarized from. You also don't get a free pass for plagiarizing from other plagiarists. If we gave them a free pass on those grounds, well, we'd have to let every plagiarist off the hook. This is behavior that would get you a failing grade in your average high school class. If it's not acceptable there, why should it be acceptable in a commercial product?
Because we're YouTubers! We're not in school! This is YouTube, bro! This is YouTube! Nobody cares! Holy shit! We are on a social media platform! Nobody cares! We have people who are making AI rap videos with SpongeBob all the way to people who are making full-fledged documentaries! We don't care! We're not in school! You are not writing for a paper! You're not writing a book! We don't care! Oh my God! Pumpkin's looking at me like, what are you yelling about? What is wrong with you? Stupidity, Pumpkin. Stupidity is what's wrong with me. I know. Now she's making biscuits on my arm trying to calm me down. Well, Rita, here's the thing. It's going to be a video, which means I'm going to be recording a script that I'm writing out. Okay, which means that no, I will not be yelling because I'm more nervous with recording, so I'm a lot nicer and I use much less cuss words and stuff like that. So no, there will be no yelling. There might be a section, but there's basically going to be no yelling in it.
Which is being monetized in 4 different ways, including by direct contributions from private citizens who haven't consented to supporting plagiarism. From this point on, I'm going to assume that we all agree that Skov plagiarized because, well... No, we do not all agree. Y'all really working up a hug box, don't you? You don't have anybody pushing back and going, hey guys, I don't... Well, actually, no, you do. There was a comment that I screenshot from your channel. You know what? Let's pull it. Let's 1 moment, please. There is a screenshot, right? What did I do with it? What did I do with it? Nope, that's not it. Oh, this is it. Here we go. Here we go.
this person wrote here, as a trans person who wants to support you over at EOT Essence of Thought, I strongly encourage you to let this one go. Pursuing this case against Vagelina is just going to keep escalating in a way that is not pleasant for anyone. And it lets Lily Orchard off the hook for all of her awful behavior. Please, please focus back on Lily. Having a space for trans people to criticize a trans person without fear of transphobia or transmisia coming into the space is invaluable. Please don't let anyone take that away from you/us. The videos on Lily Orchard haven't gone anywhere. They're still there for anyone who wants that information. In fact, they've all done slightly better since I brought to the attention the fact that we're the source of Skov's information. Oh my God. Oh my God. Could it be that Skov had... Okay, so wait a minute. We're obsessed with Rachel Oates. Skov has more subscribers. Okay, we need that clout to get things getting looked at more, so we can get more AdSense for people looking at our videos. And because we went after Skov, my God, my Lily Orchard videos are doing well again. 1 + 1 = 2. Oh my God. Oh my God, so we did it for clout. We did it for clout and to get at Rachel Oates. Because that's basically what you're saying here. So us exposing Cove hasn't resulted in videos being forgotten. As for letting it go, what you're effectively asking us is to allow ourselves to be exploited and libeled without saying a word, which is an incredibly toxic mindset. No, a toxic mindset is the bullshit that you've been doing on your channel. Ethel and I, okay, so here's Levi. Ethel and I have already discussed this extensively. Fact is, Ethel's going to be attacked either way, but people are listening this time around. No, they're not. The pros of putting the evidence out there outweighs the potential cons. Okay. Also, as Ethel said, we're human, we're not punching bags. What motivated me to make this video is that I'm sick and tired of watching people hurt my friend, knowing that I'm expected to sit silently and say nothing. No, you're part of the problem. You, obviously, are part of the problem. Something I had to adjust when I started working with Ethel was waking up in the morning and seeing people talk about them like they're evil incarnate while I eat my breakfast. Well, a fact is a fact is a fact, huh? I'm not doing that if I don't have to. I'm also entitled to share my opinion. Absolutely true. And guess what? People are entitled to say that your opinion sucks. I don't want to make a whole series, but I do think it's valuable to expose that initial collection of lies, not only for its own sake, but because it calls future lies into question, as I'm calling you into question. Thank you very much. I also don't understand why you're worried about losing the ability to criticize a trans person without worrying about transmisia. Comments are still being moderated. You still have that space. Edit clarified who we refers to at the beginning of the comment. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Okay, buddy. Let's continue.
If you weren't convinced by that evidence, I don't think anything I can say will change your mind. With that context in mind, I want to address the allegation that Ethel engaged in extortion.
Yes, the comments are being filtered. Yes, they are deleting comments.
First, we need to establish the order of events, because Skov isn't clear about that in their video.
I just want to explain, well, I guess firstly why I didn't respond. And I think you need to understand from my perspective that this is somebody emailing me, claiming that I plagiarized them, and demanding money so that they don't make a video about me. And this is me knowing that I haven't plagiarized anyone's video. So, in my eyes, when I get this, it feels like somebody's trying to extort me for money.
That's not what happened. Ethel asked for money in the initial email, as well as for recognition of the...
Okay, I'm glad you showed the email, all right? Since you, your writers, or your researchers did not do so, we feel we are entitled to 30% of the video's monetary value as compensation based on the fact that 13 minutes of the 38-minute video are clearly plagiarized. That includes AdSense, Patreon earnings for the month of February, and sponsorship sponsorship earnings from HelloFresh. These actions are to be taken alongside with issuing a correction/apology to all social media, as well as including an explanation of the issue at the top of the video description, run by us first, explaining the error. If you don't think that's extortion, you have lost your goddamn mind. I'll give everybody in chat a free period, point blank period. But any period, point blank periods after that, you owe me $5. Okay? But, as I was saying, period, point blank period, that 100, and you even highlighted it. That whole section was extortion. Angelina ain't paying them shit. It's sped up. I got it at 1.75. Levi doesn't sound like Ethel. Oh my god. Here we go.
Plagiarism, but there was no mention of anything bad happening if Skov didn't comply. Now, to be fair, Skov does acknowledge this earlier in their video.
Otherwise, they were going to end up making a video about me. This is said in a later email.
Except that doesn't really absolve them, does it? Truths and lies don't cancel each other out. Beginning with the truth and then going on to lie is...
Collectively, okay, I'm going to be honest. I think that one email right there, that was extortion. But then when you add the fact, or I'm going to make a video about you, that's definitely extortion. That actually adds to it to be extortion. Tusky's been a member for 16 months. Very clearly not stolen. Period, point blank, period. Thank you, Tusky. I appreciate you being a member for 16 months.
No less wrong than lying from the beginning. After all, the end result is the same. They're still mashing together two separate events to make Ethel look more aggressive. It's also not just about the emails being separate. Skov conveniently...
Wait. Hold on. Wait. Wait.
Truth and then going on to lie is no less wrong than lying from the beginning. After all, the end result is the same. They're still mashing together two separate events to make Ethel look more aggressive.
Wait, you don't think that asking for 30% of her AdSense from that video, her HelloFresh sponsorship, and her Patreon for the month of February isn't aggressive? And y'all wonder why? Y'all wonder why she told y'all you're gonna have to talk to her lawyer? What? How is this not extortion? I don't understand. How is this not extortion? What? Oh my god, this is so dumb. This is so dumb. I'm being ableist again. Holy crap. Thank God they threw that warning in the beginning of that. You know what? I'm commandeering y'all's content warning because I am being very ableist toward y'all. And I get that, and I'm sorry. I am making a very much lapse in judgment for doing this. Because, my God, this is dumb. This is stupid.
It's also not just about the emails being separate. Skov conveniently leaves out the inciting incident. See, Ethel didn't mention going public for no reason. She mentioned it because Skov had updated the description of their video to cite several people except for Ethel. This was, from Ethel's perspective, not only a...
If she didn't get anything from Ethel, then why does she have to cite Ethel? Why does she have to cite Ethel if she didn't get anything from Ethel? I would love that explanation. Why would she have to cite where she didn't get it from? Like what?
Sign that Skov was deliberately excluding them, meaning the plagiarism was no mistake, but also of them preparing a narrative that the screenshots came from somewhere else. Maybe you don't like how Ethel handled the situation. You don't have to, but you can't say it was unprovoked.
No, I absolutely can say it was unprovoked because I truly believe it was. Axis for 10. Ethel and Levi are good at pretending they pretend to know what plagiarism is. They pretend they don't know what extortion and implied threats are. They pretend this is important. You know what? Axis, that was like literally the best summary of what's going on here. Axis. Congratulations. That was like the best summary of what's going on here. You are 1,000% correct in that. Thank you for the 10. I appreciate it.
And if you do want to say that, if you feel like this information changes nothing, just ask yourself one question. If this information truly doesn't reflect badly on Skov, why did they go out of their way to hide it? In addition to conflating the two...
What? She accidentally forgot to put it under her video? Oh my... Are you people robots? Are you people... Like... What's wrong with y'all? Like, people can't make mistakes? Like, what is wrong with you? You know, after I get off a live stream, especially if it's like a late live or something, or I have something I have to do directly after the live stream, I forget sometimes to fill out my description, do the timestamps, and I forget to put what videos I used, right? And you'll see me in the comment section saying timestamps coming soon or something like that, right? And I pin it. There's days that I forget to do it for 2 days, and then 2 days later I go back and go, crap, I forgot to do the description. So I go in, find the videos, put the links to the videos, do the timestamps, do the description and everything. Like, bro, what? Good God.
Two emails, Skov also argues that Ethel was asking for hush money.
If I respond in any way, without just giving them money to shut them up, which I don't want to give somebody money to shut them up. I don't want to give somebody hush money.
Thing is, this doesn't make any sense if you read Ethel's email.
What do you mean it doesn't make sense? Holy shit. Holy shit. You're just like that girl who was talking about, oh my God, talking about the people, the scam guy who calls scammers. And she was trying to cancel him for cheating on his wife, and everything that she said, the screenshots actually worked against her. Hina, thank you, Hina. You're being like Hina and that one creator, which she was an idiot too. You do realize that email is exactly what you're saying that is not. No, let's go back.
Shut them up, which I don't want to give somebody money to shut them up. I don't want to give somebody hush money.
Thing is, this doesn't make any sense if you read Ethel's email, where she states that, quote, these actions are to be taken along with issuing a correction/apology to all social media, as well as including an explanation of the issue.
That does not help. That does not help. Because at the beginning of that paragraph, that does not help. You're literally asking for hush money. Oh my God, what kind of world do y'all live in? Are y'all so terminally online you don't know what extortion is? Are y'all so terminally online that y'all don't know what hush money and asking for hush money looks like? Or do you think your audience or anyone watching this is so fucking dumb they can't see it for themselves? You do realize the screenshot you are putting up on this channel right now that I am watching literally works against what you're fucking saying? You do realize that, right? It's literally working against you. Holy shit, y'all are really bad at this. Y'all are really, really bad at this. Oh my God. These actions are to be taken along with issuing a... What? Do you not understand what that looks like? Oh my God, they're idiots. They're idiots.
At the top of the video description, run by us first, explaining the error, end quote. Skov, throughout their video, speaks as if the money would make the plagiarism accusations go away for them, but that was never true. They were always supposed to be addressed publicly in one way or another. The real choice was whether Skov would own up to the plagiarism or be exposed. This could not be hush money by definition. Hush.
Oh dear God, how do I put this? How do I put this? Okay, y'all are like those... Y'all are almost like used car salesmen, okay? You like to use definitions and big words and content warnings, when in fact, you two are just simply bullies. You honestly don't care. You're literally disguising. You're trying to disguise being a bully. And anybody with any kind of common sense can see that you're a bully. I'm just saying. Extortion is a big word for Elmo, but I bet you Elmo could say it. I'm pretty sure Elmo even knows what extortion is. Because, you know, they're smart over there on Sesame Street. Just saying. And I believe Elmo probably has a higher intelligence than the two that we are dealing with on this channel. Just throwing it out there. Elmo disapproves of Essence of Thought. You know, I think Elmo would. I think Elmo would. Yeah. Yeah. Elmo is street smart. Damn right he is.
Hush money is a bribe that you give someone so they keep your secrets. But how could Ethel be paid to keep secrets when they are the one demanding that Skov address the issue publicly? This was also not extortion for a similar reason. Keeping the issue secret can't be used as a leverage to coerce Skov if keeping the issue secret was never offered to begin with.
Oh my god, shut up. This is ridiculous. Stop. It was extortion. You wanted 30%. If you know what, if Vagelina would have been dumb enough to give y'all the 30% of everything you wanted, I bet you wouldn't have made a video. I bet you if she would have just gave y'all the money, you wouldn't have made that video. I bet money on it. And here's the funny fact. I'm gonna do what y'all do, right? I think because y'all asked for that money, there is some kind of desperation there because she's a bigger channel. All right? And I think if she would have given y'all that money with nothing else that was laid out in that email, y'all wouldn't have made that video. Now, I want you to prove to me that you wouldn't have. Prove to me that I'm wrong. You can't. And that's the kind of arguments that you're using against Vagelina. You're literally using arguments that you can't prove. You can't prove a negative. If Vagelina could not know that they were going to go public either way, as they claim they were going to anyways, Vagelina has to assume that they want money to stay quiet. Exactly. Exactly. Y'all are not very good at this. Y'all literally show your hand with every video you are making. You are literally showing us the plot. The last video, you literally showed us the plot as to why you went after Vagelina. And now you're literally showing us the plot of your extortion attempt against Vagelina. But you're trying to cover it up with frills and content warnings and definitions. Blah, 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 blah. Nice try, though. Women W.
No secrets means no threats means no extortion. So, Skov is guilty of at least 3 lies at this point. They lied about Ethel threatening to go public in the initial email, they lied by omission when they spoke as if Ethel talked about going public for no reason, and they also lied when they claimed that Ethel was extorting them and asking for hush money. It can't get any worse than that though, right? Oh yes it can, because Skov's entire framing is a lie. They speak as someone who was minding their own business when a random stranger approached them to demand money. But we know that's not true because we know they plagiarized Ethel. Let's imagine what
No, she didn't.
would have actually happened from their perspective. So, you're making a YouTube video, and you decide to take more than 1/3 of that video's contents from a YouTube series. Not only do you rip 8 screenshots directly from the videos, but you also cover those screenshots in the exact same order.
You still haven't proved that she did that. Your evidence is not really evidence. Your evidence is hypothetical. You cannot prove that she actually got those screenshots from those videos. You cannot prove that. Now, if you would have been smart and had watermarks on it, then you'd be able to prove it. But, alas, you did not have watermarks on them, so you can't prove it. So your whole basis of what you're going against Vagelina is hypothetical. But you're presenting it like it's a fact. Y'all are bullshitters.
And most, if not all, of the commentary you give is a pared-down version of what was discussed in the series.
God forbid she has the same fucking take on somebody that was bad. Oh, God forbid. God forbid she had the same take. I have a question. How many other people did y'all go after for having the same take y'all had against Lily Orchard? How many other people did y'all make videos about? I don't think really anybody else, huh? But you sure did go after Rachel Oates' friend Vagelina, and somebody who also has more subscribers than you, and then now all of a sudden your Lily Orchard series is doing better. Oh my God, could have been clout. Could have been, oh my God, we want Rachel Oates to talk about us again. So let's, smoke her out by going after Vagelina. Jesus, y'all literally are giving up the plot, you idiots.
You publish the video, and then, sometime later, the YouTuber whose series you stole contacts you, telling you that they have evidence you...
Oh, really, Maya? Maya says, you know who else has the same opinion about Lily? Fucking Kiwi Farms. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so what did you say about Kiwi Farms? Kiwi Farms is a bad place, right? And you're talking about all the bad people on Kiwi Farms. Y'all literally, I am finding out here in real time that y'all have the same opinions as people on that dreaded website, Kiwi Farms, that y'all say is so fucking evil. What does that make you? Because remember, guilt by association. So what does that make you then? Oh my God. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. Y'all actually side with Kiwi Farms on Lily Orchard. How does that make you feel? Y'all are so bad faith. Y'all are so bad faith and completely dumb because you're literally giving away the plot of why you're doing everything.
You stole their work, and that they want 30% of the video's monetary value as compensation, as well as public acknowledgement of the plagiarism. You already know they're exactly who they say they are, and that they're telling the truth because, remember, you did, in fact, steal from several of their videos.
You know what? This is so dumb. My husband, now y'all know I'm diabetic, right? And my husband is having to go on a diet, okay? Because, medical reasons. He needed to do the right thing. What did he do? He went to the store today and found Girl Scouts who were selling cookies. And this mofo went and bought 3 packs of the mint cookies, okay? And so he wouldn't get in trouble with me. He bought me 3 packs of the tagalongs, the peanut butter ones. And I was Thin Mints. Thank you, Thin Mints, right? He bought me 3 packs of the tagalongs. And I looked at him dead in his soul. And I was like, you only bought me the 3 packs, so I couldn't lie to you. I mean, not lie to you. So I couldn't get on you about buying the 3 packs of Thin Mints. And he was like, maybe, because I know how much you love the peanut butter cookies. So I figured you would be happy if I bought you 3 boxes. My husband extorted me. Yes, don't give Mr. Xylie a W. He literally extorted me. Girl Scout selling cookies and emotional terrorism. True, QTV. My husband extorted me. That's extortion. He kept me quiet by buying me those 3 boxes of cookies. The cookies are amazing. I'm about to eat one right now as we watch this shit. Okay? Thank you. He knows I would have laid into him if he came home with 3 boxes of Thin Mints. And nothing for me. Happy wife, happy life. I know that's right.
Videos. Now, you get this message, and instead of, say, owning up to the issue and trying to negotiate on a compensation, or even flat out ignoring them, you specifically choose to update your video description to include all of your other sources except for them. Later that same day, you get another email from them where they tell you that they saw you update your source list and they want to give you another chance to own up. You tell them to talk to your lawyer. Is that really the experience of a hapless victim, stealing a minimum of 8 pieces of someone's work, spurning 2 separate offers to discuss the situation, publicly signaling that you excluded them on purpose, then threatening...
Again, I stand by my position. Had that would have been me, it wouldn't have been talk to my lawyer. It would have been fuck off. That email simply would have said fuck off. No, sincerely, Xylie. No, have a great day, Xylie. It would have just been 2 words. Fuck, period, off, period. Literally. That would have been the email back to you. She's better than me. She is a better person than I am. I'm going to be honest. God bless her.
Legal action only after you've made a move against them, you can see why they went with the I'm so confused and scared version of events. Speaking of, in their video, Skov does actually give us an explanation for why they wouldn't talk to ETHEL. They say that they were scared and that they didn't think ETHEL was acting in good faith. Are they being honest, though? I don't think they are, for 3 reasons.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I have cookie in my mouth and I can't really say it. Hold on. Bro. We watched that video. Did y'all not see how scared Vagelina looked in that video? She looked scared. You know why Vagelina is scared? Because they know how ETHEL has been completely obsessed with Rachel Oates. To the point where Rachel Oates couldn't fart sideways without ETHEL being right there and smelling it to make sure she ate the right food. Good God. What? Nicholas Diorio. Behave. Behave. Sir.
One reason is that Skov is inconsistent about the seriousness of the alleged extortion.
It feels like somebody's trying to extort me for money. And that is a serious legal issue. That's not something...
It was extortion! How was that not extortion? Y'all, oh my God. Oh my God. I'm only 31 minutes into this video and we've already been going an hour and a half because I have to stop so much because there's so much bullshit in this video. Levi, y'all need to hang this up. Because honestly, the longer this video goes, the more ridiculous you sound. Oh my God.
I can just immediately respond to and be like, no, or here's some money. So when Essence of Thought reached out to me, I thought, well, okay, yeah, fair enough. I haven't actually done a good enough job of putting all the sources more concisely, so I'm going to fix that.
So, which is it? Is this a scary and serious legal issue of extortion? Or is it the sort of situation where you can mess around with your description and source lists willy-nilly? Additionally, is ETHEL a malicious actor who's attacking Skov for no good reason? Or are they correct that Skov didn't source her video properly?
Okay, she didn't source her video properly, but that doesn't mean ETHEL had to be the source. Ah, you see how that worked? She didn't put her sources in the video. Yeah, she made that mistake. She corrected it. But if she didn't get any of her information from ETHEL, she didn't have to put ETHEL in there. No, what it is you wanted to be part of the sources because that's a bigger creator and you wanted that fucking clout. And you wanted to be able to say that you were able to make Rachel Oates' friend, Vagelina Skov, bend the knee to you. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all are so obvious.
I think by updating the description, Skov has backed themselves into a corner. They have to admit that ETHEL had a point, because the only other reasonable explanation for them updating their source list is to give themselves plausible deniability for the plagiarism. At the same time, they can't admit that ETHEL was right because it would conflict with their narrative that ETHEL is irrational and malicious. How do they reckon?
ETHEL is very irrational, and ETHEL is very malicious. And Levi, I can honestly tell you that you are the same. You are very irrational, and you are being malicious. You are just prettying it up with your words and your definitions and your content warning. Which I'm glad you put the content warning because I've been ableist this whole entire time.
Reconcile this? They don't. They simply switch back and forth between the two versions of events and hope no one will notice. Sadly for them, I noticed. Another reason I don't believe Skov is that they simultaneously argue that they're too scared of ETHEL to talk to her, while also complaining that ETHEL didn't talk to them.
So I'm thinking if I respond in any way, this person is going to be furious, this person's going to go ballistic, and it's going to actually be worse. They're already calling me a plagiarist without having spoken to me.
Now, full disclosure, this calling me a plagiarist bit is in reference to things ETHEL said on Twitter. However, prior to Skov updating their source list, ETHEL only said, quote, I am aware that someone has plagiarized my videos, end quote, which is not calling Skov a plagiarist. This was ETHEL communicating to our audience that the situation plagiarized my video.
Yes, I'm aware someone has plagiarized my videos on Lily Orchard, not only ripping images directly from them without crediting, but passing off personal comments as their own. Okay, we went through that video, and the personal comments, she didn't say word for word what you said. She had the same take, but she said it differently. It's okay to have the same take as someone. That's not plagiarism. Get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? Yes, I will be working on an expose because no, this is not acceptable. Well, guess what? I'm working on one too. Because no, this is not acceptable. It sure isn't. The way y'all are acting is very much not acceptable.
End quote, which is not calling Skov a plagiarist. This was Ethel communicating to our audience that the situation was being monitored and addressed to make sure no one felt the need to get involved. The only other way Ethel could reasonably do this is to say, I'm aware of the situation with Vagelina Skov, which would not only direct everyone to them, but also prompt the very obvious follow-up question of, what situation? Then we're back to where we started with saying Skov plagiarized, except this time being forced to identify Skov by name. I truly think Ethel chose the best option she had available to her in these circumstances.
Hey there, just a quick editor's note about some important context that was left out by Skov, and that is the fact that literally an hour and a half after my original post in which I did not name them, I quote-tweeted myself, stating very plainly that, quote, now that I've calmed down, I've messaged them to try and reach a clean resolution. I think it goes without saying on this—
Yeah, I messaged them to reach a clean resolution. I want 30% of their AdSense. I want 30% of their Patreon for the month of February. And I want 30% of their HelloFresh sponsorship. Yeah. Reach a clean resolution where I get paid.
This channel, but I'll say it anyway. Please do not seek out / antagonize anyone you believe responsible. End quote. So I was very clearly distressed when I wrote the original post, yet still circle back around to make sure nobody tried to harass anyone on my behalf. Of course, me doing—
Ethel, nobody's going to harass anybody on your behalf because I'm starting to think that the people who watch you don't exist. I'm starting to believe that. Okay? Because it really seems like to me, again, you did this video a day ago and you only have 2K views. You have 43K subscribers. It seems like to me people don't give a fuck. I'm just saying. That's not even 10% of your subscriber count. It seems to me that only 5% of your subscribers give a fuck. Just saying. Excuse me, Pumpkin, could you try not to try to steal my cookies? Ma'am. Excuse me. Thank you.
Being such isn't mentioned anywhere in Skov's video, with then going so far as to assert I did no such thing at any point.
Please do not harass or send any hate to Ethel or to anybody involved. To be perfectly honest, this is a courtesy that was not extended to me.
Why? Well, because it contradicts the narrative Skov's trying to construct about me as this malicious monster. Anyway.
You are malicious. You're very malicious. Very malicious. Ridiculously malicious.
Back to the bird.
All of this is immaterial.
Maya, I can't give Pumpkin a cookie. It's chocolate. Okay? I can't. Yeah, Pumpkin's plagiarizing my cookies. It's ridiculous.
Of course, because we already know that Skov plagiarized and that Ethel had proof from the beginning, meaning that
No, we don't. Y'all think you do, but we don't.
Skov was never owed the chance to explain themselves, but I wanted to be transparent. So with that in mind, according to Skov, Ethel is bad because she's too violent and scary to talk to, but she's also bad because she didn't discuss the issue. It's especially cruel of Skov to make this argument when we consider that they claim to be terrified of Ethel. Skov made it clear in their video that they already didn't feel comfortable talking to Ethel. So what was she supposed to do?
Can you blame her? Y'all been going after Rachel Oates for 5 years. It started in 2019. You've been going after Rachel Oates since 2019. Are you kidding me? I don't blame her. Some people think I'm dumb for even talking about y'all. I have been warned in the background, Xylie, don't talk about Ethel because Ethel might turn on you. I don't care. What is she gonna do to me? What the fuck is Ethel gonna do to me? This is the fucking internet. What are you gonna do? What? What are you gonna do? Nothing.
Dude, she already tried twice. Was she supposed to physically force Skov to talk to her? If you don't want to talk to someone, that's your right, but don't turn around and complain when you don't end up talking. Is that really a crime now? Respecting someone's boundaries? Speaking of Twitter, as I was writing this script, Ethel let me know that Skov had followed them. Skov did block Ethel, but only after she called them out for the follow. Now, to be clear, I'm not claiming that the call-out caused the block because I can't possibly know that. I'm just telling you what I know.
Okay, I have to admit, sometimes I went to go block somebody and I accidentally followed them instead, and then I turned around and I was like, shit! And I blocked them. I've done that a lot. Ethel didn't want to talk. She wanted to threat. Very true, Nani. Very true.
That's not the point, though. The point is this really the behavior of someone who's scared, who's worried that if they, quote, respond in any way, Ethel will go ballistic, end quote? Would someone who's scared follow Ethel on social...
Bro. Yeah, Ethel won't go ballistic. No, Ethel won't go ballistic at all. All right? Here's the video of Vagelina, you know. First of all, let's talk about the thumbnail. Vagelina Skov scammed her Patreons. Her patrons. Okay? When it was about Vagelina plagiarizing. And then she ties Vagelina and Rachel Oates here. And then we have this video here that we're watching now. And then Skov lying to her audience really shows right here. No, Ethel's not. Essence of Thought is not obsessed at all. Not at all. Oh my god.
follow Ethel on social media, knowing that she'll get a notification? Now, Skov claims this was a misclick, but I find that difficult to believe given that the block and follow buttons are nowhere near each other in...
Oh my god, I've done the exact same thing, okay? Just stop. Shut up. I've done the exact same thing plenty of times. I go to block somebody and I accidentally follow them, okay? People do that all the time. Get over yourselves. Jesus Christ, this pseudo-intellectualism is killing me.
Twitter's UI. I also feel like, personally, if I were terrified of someone, I'd be extra careful to make sure I was definitely clicking the right button, specifically to prevent something like this from happening. It's not as if Skov was in the middle of a heated argument and had to block Ethel quickly. On its own, I don't think the Twitter follow proves anything, but I find it suspicious when I combine it with the two very blatant...
Oh, shut up. You find anything suspicious. I bet you if Vagelina talked about what she had for breakfast, y'all would find that suspicious. See, that proves she plagiarized.
Contradictions in Skov's video, I cannot believe that Skov is genuinely scared. Like, they only seem to be scared when they're focused on talking about how terrifying Ethel is, but that act seems to falter when they're distracted by other topics, including...
It wasn't an act. I can tell you it wasn't an act. What she said in that video wasn't an act because I talked to Vagelina. That was not an act at all.
Other criticisms of Ethel, such as Ethel referring to their actions as plagiarism. Another allegation we need to talk about is that Ethel is apparently going on a smear campaign. This is supposedly evidenced by Ethel saying, quote, "I will make sure your reputation burns," end quote. This is a quote that Skov repeats throughout their video. Now, that is something Ethel said, but it's only half of the quote. The full quote is, quote, "I will make sure your reputation burns on the fires of your own history," end quote.
That's... What? Oh my god. Oh my god. Y'all, are you really that dumb? Are you Okay, we're gonna listen to that one again. Yeah, because the full quote makes it better, right? Okay. No, we're gonna listen to it again. Hold on.
Burns, end quote. This is a quote that Skov made. This is supposedly evidenced by Ethel saying, quote, "I will make sure your reputation burns," end quote. This is a quote that Skov repeats throughout their video. Now, that is something Ethel said, but it's only half of the quote. The full quote is, quote, "I will make sure your reputation burns on the fires of your own history."
That's a threat! What do you mean? That's the full quote does not make it better. What? How does that make it better? Somebody explain to me how that full quote makes it better. Oh my god.
End quote. This wasn't the threat that Skov makes it out to be. Ethel wasn't saying, "I will make your reputation burn." She was saying, "I will expose what you've done, other people will inevitably come forward, and your past behavior coming to light will ruin your reputation."
No! She really said, "I will make your reputation burn!" Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. So you're literally rewriting what Ethel said? You know what? I'm gonna be honest. You two deserve each other. You two literally share a brain cell. Swear to God. Have a good night, Rebecca. Have a good night. You two literally share a brain cell. Because you are stretching this so far that it is absolutely ridiculous. Oh my god, this is dumb. I'm only halfway through this video, bro. I may have to finish this another, like, tomorrow or something.
No, really, Ethel very clearly says that, as long as you don't immediately cut her off.
I will make sure your reputation burns upon fires fueled by your own history.
And Ethel even did the pointy finger thing, like they're scolding, but it wasn't a threat at all. No. Once again, we're gonna show a receipt after we state something, and the receipt completely just backfires on your ass. You know, between making that sentence, you know, saying that sentence and doing the pointy finger thing, yeah, no, definitely not a threat. Definitely not. Definitely not. Yeah, definitely wasn't a threat. You're right. You're right, Levi.
Because if there's one thing I've learned about plagiarists, it's that they're never satisfied with doing it once. That all it takes is for one person to stand up, to go, hang on a second, and the next thing you know, you have a chain reaction of fellow victims doing the same.
Now, maybe this doesn't move you. If that's the case, I want you to ask yourself, if this context doesn't matter, why did Skov leave it out? Why did they keep repeating only half a quote? While we're on the topic, another quote Skov used.
It doesn't matter. It's still a threat. The last words of that sentence doesn't make that threat less of a threat. If anything, it actually adds to it being a threat. You actually made it sound more like a threat by reading the entire sentence. And then you made it look like even more of a threat by showing Ethel saying it with the little pointy finger thing like they're an anime villain. Are you kidding me? What? Jesus!
Uses is, quote, we are beyond making amends, end quote. Again, Ethel did say that, but Skov takes it out of context. Whilst Ethel did say we are beyond making amends at this point, that was right after she explained.
Yet, even worse than that, when I reached out to you about the harm your actions were doing to try and reach an accord, you spurned me. You pretended to ignore my cries whilst editing the description of your video, acting like you were an honourable person. When I did not give up, you threatened.
At this point, that was right after she explained.
Yet, even worse than that, when I reached out to you about the harm your actions were doing to...
What kind of harm? Wait a minute. What kind of harm was she doing by making that video? Was it because a bigger creator covered it? Is that why? What kind of harm did she cause? Because even you said so yourself in that screenshot, your videos are doing better again. So really, what kind of harm did she cause you? If your videos are doing better. What kind of harm did she cause? Again, showing a receipt that makes no goddamn sense.
To try and reach an accord, you spurned me. You pretended to ignore my cries whilst editing the description of your video, acting like you were an honourable person. When I did not give up, you threatened me. We are beyond making...
There's no honor among YouTubers. Welcome to YouTube. There's no honor. Like, it's almost like you're not part of this platform or something. Like, what is wrong with you?
Amends at this point. I gave you that chance twice.
This is what Skov uses as their evidence that Ethel was never interested in making amends.
We are beyond making amends at this point. I gave you that chance twice. I will make sure your reputation burns upon fires fueled by your own history. So, they don't want to...
Oh, wait a minute. Did she just read that whole quote that you said she never said? She read the whole quote right there. Y'all are really, really bad at this. Y'all need to stay away from drama. Because if you covered Lily Orchard the way you're covering this, there is no way I would watch your Lily Orchard videos. There is no way. I'll watch everybody else's under the sun before I watch yours. Because if this how you do evidence in your Lily Orchard videos, I'd be damned. Because you're literally providing the evidence that it's not so. Like, you're literally providing the evidence that is opposite of what you're saying. Holy shit.
Discuss this. They don't want to make amends.
They don't want to discuss this, Skov says, as if Ethel didn't try twice. This really is a neat trick, isn't it? Refuse to talk to someone, change things behind their back without explanation.
Why in the fuck am I going to talk to somebody who wanted 30% of all my earnings in February? Or not all my earnings, but most of my earnings. Wanted 30% of all my Patreon or patrons for the month of February. Wanted my 30% of the AdSense off that video. Wanted the 30% of my HelloFresh sponsorship. Why would I think they actually want to talk? And why would I want to talk to them? I'm just saying. Why would anybody talk to them? Why? What, because they're trying to bully me? No. Y'all literally tried to bully her. I'm not going to want to talk to someone who's threatening me because they don't want to talk. They just want to submit. Yeah, they just want you to submit. Exactly, Nani. Exactly.
Shut them down by mentioning a lawyer, then use them giving up on you as proof that talking to them was always pointless.
No, y'all got scared. Why didn't... Okay, all right, fine. We'll use her logic. Then why didn't you talk to her lawyer? Why didn't y'all talk to her lawyer? She provided you with somebody to talk to. How come you didn't talk to her lawyer? Why didn't you talk to her lawyer? That's my question. Talk to her lawyer then. There's somebody you can talk to.
Time really is immaterial on the internet, isn't it? What's worse is that Skov was literally a glance away from this context. They use ETHEL's transcript when they quote her, so all they had to do to see this explanation was look up slightly. It's not that they didn't know, it's that they didn't want to know. This is their proof that ETHEL had no interest in a peaceful resolution. ETHEL's explanation of how Skov denied her a peaceful resolution. While we're on the topic of Skov taking things out of context, let's lightning round a few more examples. Here's Skov claiming that ETHEL accused them of breaking her foot with plagiarism.
They also had an entire section how this affected my health. It was that they had a tooth.
Okay, can we be honest? That whole part about the toothache or the tooth infection and the broken foot, that shit shouldn't even have been in there because no one gave a fuck. No one gave a fuck. That had nothing to do with the plagiarism that she supposedly did. You put that in there for sympathy points only, and only dumbasses fell for it.
Infection and a broken foot before I even published my video, before they reached out to me or anything. And for some reason, I made it harder. It just doesn't make any sense. It feels like, again, you're trying to associate me with things that have nothing to do with me. Like, I have nothing to do with your broken foot. I didn't run over your foot. I'm sorry you're injured. It has absolutely nothing to do with...
She's better than me because I wouldn't have said, I'm sorry you're injured. I'd have been like, I don't give a fuck. That ain't got nothing to do with what you're trying to accuse me of. Your broken foot and your tooth infection has nothing to do with the fact that you're saying I plagiarized you. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. At this point, I do not care. When you are literally trying to extort me for money, you think I give a fuck about your tooth and your damn foot? No, I don't care.
me, and it just feels like it's just trying to add as much negativity onto my name as possible to try and make sure people's emotions are heightened so they hate me as much as they possibly can because they want to watch my reputation burn.
This really couldn't have come at a worse time for me. At the time Vagelina Skov plagiarized me, I was getting ready to have surgery, meaning she added to said stress.
Okay, this whole section, I'm just going to sum it up for you. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's the summary of that whole part right there.
As we can see, ETHEL obviously didn't accuse Skov of breaking her foot, because who the hell would? Also, like, this very mild-mannered, minor complaint is supposed to stir up a frenzy, apparently. Skov also claims that ETHEL is accusing them of personally making her wife lose her job.
Like, there's a part in their video where she's talking about how they're going through some financial difficulties, something to do with her wife's job. It's none of my business, but they said it in the video. But that was followed up by, I'm taking food from their starving...
Oh, man! Okay, hold on.
...mouths.
Hold on.
Because I made a video on the same topic. That's just... I mean, it's making it sound like I'm depriving you of money. Like, I'm the reason something is happening with your wife's job and the reason that you're maybe not making as much money.
ETHEL's field has been left in ruin by new restrictions placed on the UN by the Indian government, because I found out that someone with 100,000 subscribers has just plagiarized one of the hardest series I've ever produced, mincing it up and presenting said sick mockery as their own.
Holy shit, y'all are bad at this! Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I show you evidence 1236B of why they asked for 30% of those earnings. Ladies and gentlemen, we got them. Just saying. Just saying. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. This is the reason why they were asking for the 30%. This is the reason why they were extorting. And you know who it's provided by? It's provided by them, the same people with the complaint. This is how stupid these people are. This is how dumb people can be.
Field has been left in ruin by new restrictions placed on the UN by the Indian government is that I found out that someone with 100,000 subscribers has just plagiarized one of the hardest series I've ever produced, mincing it up and presenting said sick mockery as their own original work. Someone who is not only making bank on the ad revenue and Patreon, but also merchandise and brand sponsorships. It's more than a little soul-crushing, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah.
And we're going to turn around and ask for 30% and try to extort them while I burn their reputation to the ground. Huh. Gee, it's not like you just provided proof again of why you did what you did. Anybody with any kind of intelligence can see why this shit happened.
Yeah, the more I think about it, how I was ripped off, how Glade was dehumanized, and just what a lazy-ass job Scout did with all that she stole, the angrier I get.
Skov was never blamed for Editha losing her job because, again, who would do that? Skov was accused of, quote, stealing food from their starving mouths, end quote, because they monetized ETHEL's work without disclosing where it came from. Given that views are money on YouTube, sometimes literally thanks to AdSense, publishing someone's work without citing them is, in fact, taking money away from them.
Shut up. Shut up. You act like she uploaded your entire video. You act like she downloaded y'all's videos and then put them up on her channel. That's what you're acting like. And she, in fact, did not do that.
It's not like Skov doesn't understand how this works. They also use AdSense, and it's not like they got a sponsorship deal for being obscure. This next one is quite heavy, just a warning. This is Skov claiming that ETHEL associated them with child sexual assault for no reason.
They said, and this is just another reason why I just feel like this is just an attempt to smear me, and to make people angry at me, and again, associating me with things that have nothing to do with me. They said that they were raped as a child, and that because of that, they're even more disgusted with my actions. And
Again, ETHEL put something in that video that had no business to be in that video. When ETHEL put that in her video, she did it for sympathy points. Just like the broken foot, just like the infected tooth, and just like her partner having problems with her job. ETHEL did it for sympathy points. Because you know why ETHEL did it for sympathy points? Because everything else that had to do with the plagiarism was bullshit. So she had to work on something, and what she did so desperately was sympathy. Xylie, can you react to a short clip? I need your take. Nicholas Diorio, you're scaring me. But yes, jump into the damn... Jesus Christ. Hold on, guys. Nicholas Diorio. Hold on. Oh, God. I'm so scared of this. Okay, hold on. Nick, what is this? Hold on. Oh my God. All right, guys, we're taking a break for a second. All right, what has my life become? All right, what has my life become? Let's do the volume all the way up. What is... Okay, what in the zoomer is this shit, Nick? What is this? What is all this on the screen?
Holy shit, gamers.
Hold on. The damn volume's low. Hold on.
Holy shit, gamers. Let's get going. Chat, are you familiar with Dark Viper? Oh no! Wait! It's a stealth ultimate tipster review. Holy shit, gamers.
Nick, what? Nick, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Oh my God, what's wrong? Nick, what's wrong with you? There is something seriously wrong with you. Wait, what is? What's a woman's butt? What, here? Oh my God. Nick, why are you doing the new Twitch meta on YouTube? Why? Why are you doing the Twitch meta? What is wrong with you? There is something seriously. This is why I call you a little shit. Because of this. This is the reason why I call you a little shit. I know, I got a copy of that video. Broadcast is going to go over it too. We're going to use that video too. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Nick, I swear to God, there's something wrong with you, baby. There's something seriously wrong with you. It was a good clip. It was a good clip, Nick. Good job. Oh my God. I was wondering what the hell that was, because I was in your stream for a little bit and I'm like, what is that? I didn't realize it was somebody's butt. Nick wearing green shorts while playing pinball. Oh, don't give him any ideas. Please don't give him any ideas. Because you know eventually he's going to be streaming about drama, literally playing a pinball machine. You know it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. He's going to be sitting here talking about, he's going to be doing URR while playing Jaws or something like that. Yes, a pinball drama stream. That's going to be the next evolution of Nick live streams. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Nick. I needed that break from retardation. Just saying. Pinball URR. Maya's like, I'd watch it. You know what? Not gonna lie. I'd watch it too. Alright, let's get back to it.
I just don't understand what that has to do with this. It's really unfair to try and associate me with something awful and criminal that happened to you as a child, that also happened to me as a child, because I wouldn't give you money for a video that I didn't plagiarize.
So, returning to the misinformation, Scout doesn't even do us the decency of going back to double-check the specific context of her assertions. She just makes the most generic statement possible.
Here's the context. You shouldn't even have put it in your video in the first place. It shouldn't have been there. Listen, one thing I love about commentary community, it's about facts, fuck your feelings. Okay? It's about facts, fuck your feelings. All that shit about an infected tooth and a broken foot and what egregiously, horribly happened to you as a child has zero to do with whether Vagelina plagiarized you or not. But you sprinkled it in there because you knew your evidence won't shit. If your evidence was shit, then why don't you talk to her fucking lawyer? Talk to her lawyer. You're ironclad, right? It's ironclad, isn't it? Talk to her lawyer. You should have asked for the lawyer's name. Hey, what's the lawyer's name? I'll talk to the lawyer. You got so much evidence, right?
And that's it. Which is not only dangerous in how it is Lee Orchard ammunition, it's also fucking insulting. As someone who was raped as a child and later groomed online, I am personally disgusted by just how half-assed Scout's coverage of the topic is. Her commentary on the issue is worse than worthless. It is actively harmful.
So it wasn't for no reason. Ethel was criticizing Skov for covering the issue poorly. It turns out that if you lazily plagiarize information about child sexual abuse and get a bunch of things wrong, some child sexual abuse survivors will get upset with you and talk about how you did a bad job. Can we talk for a moment about how dishonest this is? Like, more than once, I've seen people choose to cover head-
Do you know how dishonest it was for her to put it in the video in the first place? Let's talk about, you want to talk about dishonesty? Let's talk about everything she sprinkled in there for sympathy bait. Ethel literally tried to sympathy bait everybody with that bullshit she sprinkled in the fucking video. I don't give a fuck about her partner's job. I don't give a fuck about anything else she said in there to gain sympathy. All I gave a fuck about was whether Vagelina plagiarized her or not. That's all I gave a fuck about. I don't need the extra added bullshit to it. Because I'm going to tell you now, none of that will work for me for sympathy. Especially when I see you using that shit dishonestly. And you're going to get less sympathy from me when I literally see you trying to extort somebody. Once you cross that field, I give two shits about the rest. I'm going to be honest.
Heavy topics like child abuse and sexual assault, and then act like they're being dragged into these discussions against their will when people mention their names in the same breath. If you don't want to be involved with these topics, don't talk about them. It really is that simple. As for this next one, actually no, I only have the 4 and I showed one of them at the beginning of the video. Only, he says, as if 4 blatant and obvious lies isn't a lot. Just one note on—
No, you didn't show shit. Actually, you showed a lot that literally shows the opposite of what you're saying. This video does nothing for you.
the 4th one, though. There's even more evidence that Skov knows Illuminati was accused of plagiarism as well as abuse.
I said, I really liked H-Bomber Guy's video. I think the stuff that he said about plagiarism was great. He did a really good job with the video. But there's one little bit that I didn't like. The H-Bomber Guy thing. He made his plagiarism and YouTube video. And because I've been covering Illuminati, I watched it mostly because of the Illuminati thing.
Not only have they seen H-Bomber Guy's video, but they watched it specifically because they had been covering Illuminati. They knew full well that Illuminati was also a plagiarist, but being honest about that meant passing up an opportunity to accuse ETHEL of calling them an abuser, so they pretended not to. While all 4 of these obvious lies are still fresh in our mind.
Bro. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. This is dumb. This is so stretchy. Oh my god.
I want to take a moment to appreciate what Skov said about ETHEL being untrustworthy. What was it again?
I've seen how she goes after people, and how she twists things, and how she lies about things.
Takes one to know one, I suppose. Before we move on.
Yeah, it does take one to know one, doesn't it? Because you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing one right now. And I saw one when I saw ETHEL's video. And now I'm seeing one with you. It does take one to know one. You're right.
I want to point out a pattern I noticed. This isn't just Skov lying about what ETHEL said, but specifically, in many cases, Skov pretending to be confused as they lie. I think this helps them assign particularly bizarre and unbelievable claims to ETHEL. I think that them looking and sounding confused helps sell the lie, because it's how we would feel in that situation. I think people look at them and feel, on some level, yeah, that's basically how I would react, and it makes the situation more believable than if they said these things with a straight face. I also think it gives Skov a layer of plausible deniability. Even though these are very obvious lies so simple and blatant that they can be disproven by cross-referencing a few clips, Skov's apparent confusion makes people feel just that little bit more inclined to think this could all be a mistake. I think now is as good a time as any to talk about how Skov's behavior is not just dishonest, but trans-misogynistic.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you serious? This really... Yeah, they did gloss over that one, didn't they? Oh my god, bro.
If you've talked to someone, gone outside, or looked at the internet at all in the past 10 years...
You know what? Can we talk about what you just said right there? I think y'all actually need to, literally do that. Go outside. Cut some grass. Roll around in it. Maybe eat some grass. And talk to people. Because apparently, y'all need some kind of human contact. Because y'all spend way too much time on the internet. Just saying.
Just dishonest, but trans-misogynistic. If you've talked to someone, gone outside, or looked at the internet at all in the past 10 years, you've seen trans women be called violent, dangerous, and predatory. From trans women in bathrooms and changing rooms, to trans women in sports, to trans women just existing in public, there's a deluge of propaganda based on the idea that trans women, and trans femmes in general, are a violent threat, especially to white cis women and those who are perceived as such. This isn't any less prevalent online, sadly, not even in supposedly progressive spaces. Over the years, I've watched ETHEL be victimized by these narratives more times than I can count.
Oh my god. Oh my god, no, we are not going down this road. Are we really going down this road? Are we really going down this road? Am I living in a fever dream? Is this real? Is this real life? What is going on?
One perfect and terrible example is actually one of Skov's friends. In their video, Skov alleges that Ethel has been harassing their friend for years. That friend is Rachel Oates. Now, what happens between Ethel and Oates is its own multiple series worth of videos. I can't get into it here, so I'll keep it simple by showing you this screenshot of Rachel Oates asking all of her Twitter followers to talk to Ethel about her, even though Ethel had her blocked. This is what we here on, Earth call inciting harassment. Yet the narrative is, to this day, that Ethel was the sole aggressor. That's transmisogyny in action. Oates demonstrably, explicitly incited harassment, quite serious mass harassment, against someone who had her blocked. But Ethel was an angry trans femme, and Oates was a sad cis woman, so Oates not only gets a free pass, but Ethel somehow gets saddled with all the blame. Ethel must always be the aggressor, even when she's demonstrably not.
Oh my god. Now, do I agree Rachel Oates was wrong to get her followers to talk to Ethel? Yes, Rachel Oates shouldn't have done that. I do agree, Rachel Oates shouldn't have done that. But are we really going to go there? Oh my god, bro.
When we think back to everything we've covered with this bias in mind, I think the transmisogyny on Skov's part is rather clear. Did you ask for compensation? That's extortion now. Did you say that being plagiarized was inconvenient? Well, you're accusing someone of breaking your foot over the internet. Did you say you weren't willing to make amends after you were rebuffed twice and shown signs of bad faith? Well, you were clearly never willing to make amends in the first place.
Oh my god! You were literally trying to extort her! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. They're gonna call me every name under the sun. I can see it now. They're gonna try to call me every name under the sun. Holy shit. I can see it now. This is exactly what's going to happen. These people are crazy. Oh my god. FYI, people are allowed to disagree with you. What? That email looked like extortion. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Every little thing is taken to the extreme. For a cis person, for example, I think you'd usually misconstrue them by saying that they claimed you made their injury worse with stress, or something like that. For a trans femme person, it's you claim I injured you. Even Skov's reading of the initial email as an extortion attempt is an example of this. Like, yeah, Ethel did say that, quote, these actions are to be taken, end quote, implying it's a demand. However, she also says, quote, we feel we're entitled to 30%, end quote.
You weren't entitled to shit! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh dear god. This is so bad. This is so bad. Why? Why? Oh my god. They can't stop proving the extortion. Oh my god, you're right. You're right, Veronica. No, Nani. No, Nani.
Quote, which does suggest she's open to negotiation. I get that the messages are a little mixed, but Skov isn't complaining that Ethel was unclear. They're going straight to calling it extortion. It's a one strike, you're—
It was extortion. It was 100% extortion. You were literally trying to extort money off of Vagelina. What?
out attitude, which I've personally never seen directed at a cis person, but have sadly seen happen all too often to trans femmes. It's not just that minor comments—
You don't— Wait, what? Wait, what?
Ethel was unclear. They're going straight to calling it extortion. It's a one strike, you're out attitude.
Let me tell you something. I do not care about someone's sexuality when they are literally asking someone for 30% of their earnings in 3 different spots. 30% of those 3 different spots. Okay? HelloFresh, the Patreon, and AdSense from that video. I don't give a shit if you're trans or not, or whatever sexuality that you are. I don't give a fuck. That is extortion. It doesn't matter who it is, what sex they are. I don't give a shit. It's extortion. You are literally attempting to extort someone. Stop it. Okay, Anstan has, okay, you know what? Anstan, being one of my regular chatters, has come up with a solution. Anstan says, look, it seems like extortion is the word that seems to be the problem. How about we call it a shakedown instead? You know what? Okay, we'll do that, Anstan. Maybe that'll soften the blow a little bit. What's up, Teddy? Y'all tried to shake down Vagelina. You literally tried to shake her down for money, for 30%. And then threatened her after that. Which only proved the shakedown. Does that sound better? Shakedown? Is that what we're using now? Shakedown? Shakedown works pretty well. Okay. All right. Well, there we go. We'll use shakedown. Good job, Ansan. All right. That's what we'll do then. Shakedown. There we go.
Which I've personally never seen directed at a cis person, but have sadly seen happen all too often to...
You've never seen somebody try to extort... Wait, you've never seen straight people... Or not straight people. Yeah, straight people, whatever you want. You've never seen anybody else try to extort other people or shake down other people? You've never seen that? You've never seen people get accused of that? Holy shit, y'all really are in a bubble.
Trans femmes. It's not just that minor comments are taken to extremes, though. It's also that they're presented as overtly malicious attacks. It's not just, you accused me of breaking your foot, for example.
Bruh. A fucking... I'm just gonna say extortion, because that's what, I don't know, feels right. Extortion is malicious. What part of that do you not understand? It became malicious when the extortion was presented, which you have so eloquently showed us in this video multiple times. The extortion was malicious, and then the threat of making a video after that put like an exclamation mark on the extortion, which was malicious. What?
But you accused me of breaking your foot to add negativity to your name, so...
I tell you what, if it wasn't malicious, then ask for her lawyer and talk to her lawyer. Don't be a pussy. Don't be a pussy. Ask for her lawyer's name and talk to her lawyer if it's not malicious. Go ahead. Talk to her lawyer. See what her lawyer says. Go ahead. Don't be a pussy. Go ahead.
So that people would hate me and try to burn my reputation. It takes a special kind of person to see a sick and injured trans femme complain that plagiarism is inconvenient and see a grand conspiracy against them. It takes a trans misogynist. There's also this idea that ETHEL is always acting as a perpetrator, never a victim. For example, Skov complains that ETHEL is using Illuminati to game the algorithm to boost her video. Thing is, yeah, she is doing that. But why is that wrong? Why is it wrong for a victim to try to boost evidence of plagiarism against them by referencing...
She wasn't a fucking victim. That's the whole goddamn problem here. She's not a fucking victim. This is bullshit. This is absolutely she's not a victim. Stop it. Just stop it. Stop it.
Another high-profile case. Isn't it on the plagiarist to not plagiarize, not the victim to remain silent? We all know the answer, but Skov knows that you're not thinking of this as a victim boosting evidence of a crime against her. You're thinking of a perpetrator trying to destroy them, because trans femmes are always the perpetrator. The evidence...
Stop! Oh my god, stop! Stop conflating it with... Oh my god, stop! It has nothing to do with transphobia! It has nothing to do with that! What the fuck are you saying? ETHEL, as a human being, was trying to extort Vagelina as a human being. It has nothing to do with transphobia. Holy shit! You know, I feel like I'm a victim now at this point. I I feel like I'm a victim. I am a victim of watching this bullshit video. I feel like I have personally been victimized by Essence of Thought for watching this fucked up video. And I almost feel like I would like to write an extortion email and say, you know what? I want 30% of your little bit of earnings that you got off this because you only got 2K views, which isn't much. So I would get like maybe $1, okay? And I want 30% of the revenue of this video because it gave me brain cancer. I want 30%. Yes, I want 30% for pain and suffering. Because the mind gymnastics is literally hurting my brain. Like, I'm literally getting a headache trying to keep up with the bullshit coming out of your mouth. Oh my God. This is bad.
The actual events aren't going to matter.
Yumino, you owe me $5.
There's also a whole other phase of trans misogyny to consider.
Joking. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I haven't figured out if I'm joking or not, Yumino. You have to figure that out later. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. Princess Smokey for 5. Instead of putting their energy into extorting and making crazy, dumb BS videos, they could use that energy to make actual good videos that people care about. True. 100%. Lamp. I'm just gonna say Lamp. Lampecia? I think. Thank you for the $4.99. I appreciate it. Thank you both. I appreciate it. Very nice of you. Oh, dear God, this is crazy.
This time centering on ableism. All trans people are subject to ableism because we live in a society where being transgender is widely considered a mental illness. A trans person, by definition, is coded as mentally ill. For trans femmes, though, this specifically manifests as coding them as violently delusional. For example, consider Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. It puts the lotion on its skin. This is the sort of thing people are taught to think of when they think of trans femmes. Is Skov accusing Ethel of being a grotesque serial murderer? Of course not. But Skov is accusing Ethel of an unusual degree of irrationality and violence, with neither a scrap of evidence to back it up, nor any attempt to consider alternative explanations of why Ethel may be saying and doing these things.
Oh my God. I want to bang my head on my desk until I knock myself out, and maybe this will end. Oh my God. Why did we reference Buffalo Bill? Why? I don't think that's what people think when they think of trans femme. I don't think, I know I don't. And the people who do, well, I mean, they're idiots. You are literally calling Vagelina transphobic because she disagrees with Ethel. That's like me telling anybody who's ever come after me, you're only coming after me because I'm Puerto Rican. Or you're only coming after me because I have a southern accent. Or you're only coming after me because I'm a woman. It sounds just as ridiculous. I'm sorry. Now, if Vagelina was saying a bunch of, trans slurs against Ethel and was being very transphobic, then I would understand, okay, yeah, that sounds very transphobic and she's being transphobic. But Vagelina hasn't done that. She simply stated her facts. And quite simply, the facts that you are showing in this video actually works against you. You suck at this. Yes, Lazaril, I'm a woman. How dare I be a woman? I know, right? How dare I be a woman? You know what? I'm blaming my mother, who is also a woman. I blame her for making me into a woman. Yeah, right, Teddy? Ew. Ew. Ew, girls. Ew. Yeah. Great, now I'm gonna be canceled. I am part of the commentary community. You knew this day would come. They found out I was a woman. I finally came clean. Yep. How dare she make you into a woman without your consent? Exactly, Princess Smokey. I am a fucking victim of my mother. Matter of fact, I'm going to call her tomorrow and I'm going to tell her. See, look! Look! I'm having a canceled party now. Kevin is unsubbing. Jesus. Jesus, you can't win. It's a man's world. It's a straight man's world. Jesus. Good God. This is so dumb. This is so brain dead.
Did Ethel choose her words?
And I would like to say towards you, Levi, all right? I think you're being ableist with this video because your video is making my ADHD go into fucking overdrive. Okay? Just saying. Because the mind gymnastics that you are trying to pull off here is literally making my brain hurt and making my brain swirl. And it's like I'm having that ADHD moment where like 1,000 things are going on in your brain. So you, by your own definition, you are being ableist towards me and anybody else who has watched this video. Moody Morgan, hello Xylie. I'm only saying hello because you're a woman. Thank you, Moody. Moody Morgan, thank you for supporting other women. Thank you. We will take over, okay? We will take over. It will happen. Can someone please explain what being ableist is? Ableism, hold on. I'll help you out. I'll actually read the definition. All right, ableism means prioritizing the needs of non-disabled people. In an ableist society, it's assumed that the normal way to live is non-disabled person. It is ableist to believe that a non-disabled person are more valuable to society than a disabled person. So basically, being ableist as in treating someone who's different because they have autism. Or treating, like Matt Pitt. Matt Pitt has one leg, all right? So I treat Matt completely different because he only has one leg. He's not like a normal person with 2 legs. That's ableist. And I can sit here and be honest with you, I do treat Matt differently because he has 1 leg. Not my fault. Okay? Damn right, Moody. Yeah, and apparently saying dumb, stupid, lame, etc. is ableist. Yes, well, they can kiss my ass. I'm taking words back. Okay? Because in the normal world, in the real world, people say that. Okay? No. No. We're not going there. So are you good? Do you understand it now? I'm not trying to be funny by asking that either. But whoever was asking, which I forgot who asked, the R slur is technically ableist. Technically. So, to be fair, it's not the 1 leg Xylie has a problem with. It's Matt's small window and bullying that's the problem. True, Julianne. Teddy, I've already said it once in this live stream. Haha, if you've been watching the whole time, you would have seen that I said the word. Thank you. Nice try, Teddy. The R slur is the one I won't do. Pastel, it used to be the one that I didn't do until I had to actually deal with it on this app. And then you know what? At that point, I said all bets are off. I'm using it. Okay, so let's get this going. We're almost done.
Poorly? Did she exaggerate because she was upset? Is Skov ignorant of key information, or simply misremembering? Was there a misunderstanding or miscommunication on either side? These things, and more, aren't considered because they don't have to be. Ethel is a trans femme, and therefore, we don't need to question why, or if, she would be so irrational or violent. She's just like that. Skov also accuses her of being highly malicious without, again, a single piece of evidence to support their claims. They just say that Ethel is...
She was being highly malicious. Again, you know what? Instead of going through the whole extortion spiel, because I'm tired of having to repeat it, I'm just going to say 30%. And my chat and the people who watch me, you just know when I say 30%, I'm talking about the 30% of the proceeds that they wanted. Of the proceeds that Vagelina made that they were trying to extort her for. So when I say 30%, you know that's exactly what I'm talking about. Because I'm tired of going through the whole extortion spiel because this is ridiculous. Okay? So, 30%.
is doing all of these things to destroy them, including completely ridiculous things like claiming that Skov broke her foot over the internet, and people believe it. I don't think they would listen to them so readily if their allegations didn't mimic pre-existing transmisogynistic narratives. Okay, that's not entirely...
She should have never had it in the video in the first place, because you know what? No one cares. You don't put sympathy bait when you're trying to call someone out, because it is a sneaky, dishonest tactic. And that's exactly what Ethel did by putting it in the video. Yet again, for the 100th time.
Entirely fair. They do have one very weak piece of evidence, which is Ethel supposedly harassing their friend for years. According to Skov, this plagiarism accusation is possibly a way for Ethel to keep harassing Oates. Now, again, Skov produces no evidence of this, not even a simple pattern of behavior, even though there's apparently years worth of incidents. We also just discussed how Skov's friend has incited mass harassment against...
No, Skov didn't show the evidence, but you know who did? Ethel did. Ethel showed it in the video after the original video on Vagelina. Ethel told on herself. And that's what you keep doing in this video. You keep telling on Ethel too. And Ethel told on herself in the video that she even called Vagelina out on. All y'all are doing is just telling on yourself. Ethel showed the proof of that by showing what Rachel Oates wrote. This is how dumb y'all are. This is how bad you are at this. You're very bad faith.
Ethel, calling Skov's entire narrative into question. Even if we believe Skov, though, it still doesn't make any sense considering that we already know they plagiarized Ethel. Like, even if we pretend...
They did... No, I refuse that. I rebuke it. I rebuke thee. I rebuke thee.
And that Ethel harassed Oates, and we also pretend that Ethel had a pattern of harassing Oates' friends. The fact is that Ethel's accusations against Skov are demonstrably true. By arguing that this is really about Oates, Skov is effectively declaring that the rest of Oates' friends can treat Ethel however they like, as unethically and even unlawfully as they like, and Ethel is the one who's in the wrong if she so much...
Oh my god, there was no law-breaking anything going on. There was nothing ethical going on. We're not reporters, we're fucking YouTubers. Get the fuck over yourselves. It's not even in the TOS for... Technically, I don't even have to put the link to this video in my description. I don't have to. It is not in the TOS. Not that I know of. Okay? So I rebuke it. Kiss my ass. How dare you? How dare y'all on this fucking channel sit there like y'all are the fucking YouTube police? Fuck off.
Much as talks about it, she's automatically the aggressor. Oh look, there's the transmisogyny again. We also need to consider how ableism and transmisogyny mix to disproportionately impact Ethel in particular. See, Ethel is autistic, and one of the ways autism...
I don't care. I don't care. That has nothing to do with anything. She still asked for that 30% though. That's all I care about. Because guess what? Autistic people can be bad people too. Autistic people can be some of the sweetest people you ever met. Autistic people can also be bad too. Autism has nothing to do with the fact of trying to take 30% of someone's earnings. But let's hear it out.
And transmisogyny mix to disproportionately impact Ethel in particular. See, Ethel is autistic, and one of the ways autism
Oh, Rachel's autistic too? Autistic on autistic crime.
and transmisogyny mix to disproportionately impact Ethel in particular. See, Ethel is autistic, and one of the ways autism impacts them is that it makes them struggle a lot with language. That's actually why I work with her. I work as the script editor, and I double-check some of the posts and correspondence because my autism happens to make me quite good at that sort of thing. Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying the video was your fault? Are you saying the email was your fault? Huh. Maybe y'all need a third person.
Yes, autism really can impact two different people in opposite ways. It's a complex condition, but what this means for Ethel is that she often words herself poorly, even with the best of intentions, even after the last few years of me coaching her. It's just who she is. Sadly, people are already unkind about that sort of thing in general, but it must have become so much worse for Ethel after she came out. Now that she has to deal with every little thing being blown to extremes, and this one strike you're out at.
Like, y'all are blowing Vagelina's video up to extremes? What? I hope you're not saying the autistic thing thinking that I'm still not going to... I mean, there's like several people making videos on this, and I hope you don't think that this is going to stop anybody from doing that. I don't care.
Attitude, having trouble with wording herself poorly is a massive liability. It's no wonder that so many people hate her. Another very serious allegation that we need to address is regarding audience harassment. In their video, Skov claims that audience members of Essence of Thought went to their channel and harassed them, apparently some quite viciously, and they claim that this is something our audience tends to do. They also complain that, unlike them, Ethel didn't do them the courtesy of telling our subscribers not to harass them. Honestly, this is a shock to me. I've never heard of anyone from our audience harassing anyone before. It always seems like our community was...
How would you know? One, how would you know? And two, you can't stop people from doing that. The only thing you can do is tell people not to harass others. If they go and harass people in your name, the only thing you can do is tell them to stop. If they don't stop, get rid of them. But that doesn't mean they'll stop. You can't physically stop them.
was clear on the fact that harassment is not okay. I thought it came with the territory of being human rights activists. Freedom from violence, including not being harassed, is also human rights, after all. Even though we thought our audience was clear on this, though, Ethel...
But it's okay for y'all to harass Rachel Oates for 5 years, though, right? Wait a minute.
Freedom from violence, including not being harassed, is also human rights.
Including not being harassed is also a human right. But y'all could harass Rachel Oates for years? Oh, but that's okay because y'all are autistic. Ah, got it. I cracked the code. Harassment is bad unless it's Essence of Thoughts going after Rachel Oates. For years. Not for a week. Not for like 4, maybe 5 videos, but for years. I mean, you know. Yeah, according to them, it's not harassment, it's journalism. My bad. So you can get the pass for it, though, right? Get the fuck out of here.
After all. Even though we thought our audience was clear on this, though, Ethel did still tell people not to harass Skov in a community post. Should a statement have been included in the video as well? Maybe, but, well, we'll come back to that. As for the harassment that Skov allegedly received, look, if it happened, I'm really, really upset with and disappointed in those who are responsible. And I'm also upset and disappointed in myself if it turns out that I didn't do enough to prevent it from happening.
You can't do anything to prevent it from happening. But what you know what you can prevent? Asking for 30%. You know what you could prevent? Stretching out lies. Trying to fit your narrative. You can do that. You can stop stretching narratives trying to fit it into... You can stop trying to fit a round peg, a circle peg into a square hole. That's what you can prevent. Because that is exactly what you're doing with your quote-unquote evidence of the plagiarism. It's ridiculous.
It is not okay to harass someone else on our behalf, no matter how horrible we say they are, or how horrible you think they are. At the same time, Skov doesn't provide any evidence of this harassment, given...
You don't provide any evidence of Skov harassing y'all. You don't really provide any evidence that she plagiarized y'all. You asked for 30%. Just saying.
Not only how easy it would be to provide screenshots, but also how much it would strengthen their allegations. I have to admit that I've...
Damn right, Teddy. If you don't agree with Xylie on this, you are sexist. 100%, Teddy. 100%. Damn right. That's how we roll around here.
find the lack of evidence a little bit suspicious. If nothing else, they're expecting you to accept their opinion about what happened without seeing what was actually said for yourself, and I think that should give you pause. You may have a very different opinion of what happened depending on what was said, and Skov is depriving you of the information you need to make up your own mind. We won't deprive you of that information, though. I'm going to go over a selection of hate comments that we received following the release of Skov's video, so that you can decide for yourself whether you think we were victims of harassment, and whether you think it's reasonable to hold her responsible. Be warned, this gets heavy. We will be covering people who want us to die and be sexually assaulted, as well as extremely crass anti-Semitism, ableism, and trans misogyny. So
Oh, dear God. Alright, so I'm taking bets now. Who thinks that I'm going to end up on that list? I can tell you now. Be covering people who want us to die. Well, that's not me. I don't want them to die.
Want us to die and be sexually assaulted.
I definitely am not asking for people to be SA'd. That would be horrible. Well, it's extremely crass. Okay, I can be a little harsh. Anti-Semitism? Wait, is someone Jewish? Wait, is somebody Jewish? Who's Jewish? What do you mean anti-Semitism? Okay. You know what? We're just going to keep going. Ableism. Well, you know what? You were ableist against me. All right? Get over it. And trans misogyny. That's bullshit too. So, who wants to guess if I'm going to be on that list? You're probably not on the list. True, David. I'm probably not. I don't have enough clout for them to suck off and try to get money from. Yeah, I'm lost at the anti-Semitism too. I'm thoroughly confused with that one. I think Diesel popped up in the video. In this video? Wait, Diesel popped up in this video? Oh, no. No. They're not, no. Don't get me hyped up like that.
Assaulted, as well as extremely crass anti-Semitism.
No, I'm sorry, the Dark Viper. Oh, okay. All right, Nani, okay. I was about to say, it's all right. You know what? I have brain misfires all the time. Okay? It's all good, Nani. You good.
Ableism and trans misogyny. So, beginning with death, here's someone replying to my comment where I discuss being chronically ill. They say, quote, "Unfortunately, you're still breathing," end quote. A lovely way to start.
Okay, you're on YouTube, right? I've had people email me and literally leave in my comment section about, I wish you would die. They have told me, I wish you would get R-worded so you could tell people and they not believe you. I've had people wish that my husband would get falsely accused of R-wording people. I've had people, do the normal stuff like I'm old. I sound like my dentures are loose. I sound like white trash. I sound like I live in a trailer. This is YouTube. Shit like this happens. That's what happens on YouTube. Okay? I have literally been told everything under the sun. And I had to learn to deal with it. How long have y'all been on YouTube? I'm just saying. And Stan, so many Xylie Gets accounts out there, some really bad ones. Yeah, I have a whole Xylie verse. There's only one good one, and that's Xylie Gets Biased. Teddy, let me tell you something. Your antics caused you to get muted on Twitter. Until you stop holding my profile picture hostage, you will stay muted, and I will not see a damn thing you put out there. Okay, bucko? I still love you, Teddy. Don't get me wrong. And I still think you're... Oh, by the way, Teddy, it was me that... the reason why Matt asked for your channel, because I was the one that told him your channel was actually kind of funny. It was me who told him that. So while I'm out there promoting you, Teddy, You're shitting all over me on Twitter. No, Teddy. Don't say thank you because I did something nice for you and you're being mean to me. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. Mr. Teddy Tedderson. Okay. But your channel is kind of funny. But until you stop holding my profile picture hostage or any image of me hostage, I am going to keep you muted. So think about that one, Teddy. Okay, bucko? Just saying. My room is now cleaner. Thank you, Ethel. Yeah.
Moving on to sexual assault, here's someone telling Ethel, quote, "This is fucking weapons-grade autism and you're a disgusting creep, threatening people for doing nothing wrong. Get fucked, just like you did as a child. Yeah, if you can weaponize that, so can others."
Okay, it's YouTube. People are going to say gross stuff. They have said gross stuff to me all the time. Unfortunately, that happens. That's why they're called keyboard warriors. They say a bunch of shit that they wouldn't dare to say somebody's face. They're gross. We see them all the time. Good God. Yeah, how is this Vagelina's problem?
Fuck you, end quote. The ableism is not an isolated incident. Another person says, quote, "Lol, delete more comments, mentally ill extortionist," end quote. Here's one in response to me where they take issue with what—
I mean, okay, can we be honest? This one's not really bad. Because I actually agree with the last 3 words of that. Mentally ill extortionist. Because that's exactly what you did. And by the way of y'all trying to prove that she plagiarized, it's pretty mentally ill. Just saying. Just throwing it out there.
And says, quote, "Lol, delete more comments, mentally ill extortionist," end quote. Here's one in response to me where they take issue with what I had to say about my hypothyroidism. They say,
yeah, exactly, Layla. It is the internet. It's literally the internet. It's all over Twitter, all over Reddit, all over every kind of social media you can think of. Toughen up. That's the only thing I can tell you. Toughen up. Because you're going to get that the whole time you're on YouTube. You're going to get that the whole time you're on social media. It's just what happens.
quote, "Oh, shut the fuck up, you're just looking for sympathy because you're a touch-starved loser with a creepy parasocial relationship issue. Hypo and hypothyroidism aren't disabilities and are manageable. As someone with this condition, you just sound ridiculous and like you're begging for attention by inserting yourself into a situation that isn't about you, your disability, or anything else. You don't get a pass for attacking people just because, ooh, I'm so different and sick nonsense. Go touch grass."
I mean, that whole statement right there, facts. 100% facts right there. That whole statement, facts.
End quote. So, a few problems with this. 1. Hypothyroidism isn't the only disability I mentioned in my comment. I also said that I have mental health issues from my childhood trauma. 2. It's true that thyroid disease is manageable with medication. I was clear about this in my comment as I mentioned that I had recovered after being medicated. During the production of the Lily Orchard series, though, I was undiagnosed,
Why are you telling people about... Why do you feel the need to tell people things that you're going through? Because all you're doing is adding fuel to the fire of people saying shit to you. Why? Why are you doing that? That's your fault. You were the dummy that put it in a fucking comment.
Medicated and quite ill. 3. I didn't say that I was disabled for fun or sympathy. I was making a very specific argument that I have to put more effort into my work, so stealing my work is stealing much more labor than you would assume based on the product. That's all
Nobody stole your work. Shut up.
I was saying. 4. Thyroid disease isn't the same for every person, and I've also read that the severity of the symptoms doesn't even necessarily correlate with the severity of the hormonal imbalance. Maybe this person had an easy time with their thyroid disease, but I didn't. In the months leading up to my diagnosis, I was so exhausted that I couldn't sit up for more than 10 to 15 minutes at a time, and that isn't even the half of it. This is a PSA now. Read about thyroid disease and learn to recognize the symptoms because it can ruin.
I do not care. I cannot express to you more that I do not care.
Your life. Read about it
Yeah, stay on topic. What has this got to do with anything? Who gives a fuck?
today. So basically, this person is not only ignoring what I actually said, but they're spreading misinformation about a very, very serious disease just because they don't like us. Just in case you thought no one could get any lower than what we've seen so far, one person decided to be anti-Semitic, saying they would prefer to be a Jew in Auschwitz than be anywhere near ETHEL. I actually have a friend who lost family members in those death camps, and I've seen how it's affected them.
Oh my god. Yes, we're playing the victim game now. I am so... You know, I'm almost done with the internet. I don't know if I can handle the internet much more. I don't know how this relates to the Skov issue. I don't know. Is this whole section nothing but... Yeah. Oh God, yes it is. Oh shit.
It's difficult to explain this to someone who hasn't seen it, but try to imagine someone saying to you, just after someone you love...
Okay, I have a question. Now, hear me out. How do you know that person's not Jewish? And they weren't being sarcastic about being Jewish. I mean, it could be possible. I mean, because if they were Jewish, wouldn't they be allowed to make a Jew joke? I'm just saying. How do you know they're not Jewish? Because if they're Jewish, and they said that, I mean, don't they have the pass? I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there.
Love dies, while you're still trying to process the shock, that it's not so bad, because at least you don't have to talk to the mean internet person. And that's kind of a fraction of what it's like for a Jewish person to hear this. These are the sorts of people who seem to be coming from Skov's video. There was also a lot of trans misogyny in the comments, because of course there was. One commenter says, quote, "Wow, really good looking woman, LMFAO," end quote. Another says, quote, "You people are a bunch of sheep. This dude is clearly unhinged and psychotic and should be locked away from the rest of us. It's disgusting how people just believe everything they hear without doing any research. He'll get his. It's coming," end quote. Here's a particularly telling comment, quote, "A trans woman harassing a real woman for a perceived slight? Unheard of. Keep up the good work of breaking stereotypes. Thumbs up," end quote. Also,
people are discussing in comment sections. Yeah, it happens.
Rather ironic considering everything we covered in the trans misogyny section. Finally, here's a rather long comment about how trans women are disgusting and how everyone supposedly hates them. I'm not going to read it because it's vile and very long, but you can see it on the screen. That, by the way, is just a selection of the hate comments that are completely devoid of criticism. There are also a number of angry comments parroting Skov's version of events. You know, the version of events I debunked a short while ago.
You didn't debunk shit. If anything, you kind of proved a couple of points. Again, I'm going to repeat myself. You are really, really, really bad at this. And I cannot wait to pull parts of this video. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
I imagine that some people argue that Skov can't be held responsible because we can't prove that these are her fans. Maybe that's true for the empty hate comments. For these ones, though, I think the fact that they're parroting Skov's lies makes them even more directly responsible. If these aren't members of their audience, it implies that completely neutral parties have been taught to hate ETHEL for things that she never did. So, your move, Skov. Are these your fans or not? Our first
How is she supposed to know if that's her fans? Are you kidding me? You're literally blaming her for what they're saying? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Teddy's asking a question. Okay, but actual question. Okay, Teddy. You're doing an actual video about this, not just a stream? Yes, I am in the middle of trying to write a script for a video that I am doing on Essence of Thought on this channel. And it will end with the Vagelina situation, but of course I have to talk about Rachel Oates too. So yes, I am going to attempt to make an actual video. Like, not just like a short 10-minute video, but an actual video. Yes. Teddy. Yeah.
Commenter says, quote, "This is ridiculous. It's absolutely disgusting that you would compare being raped as a child to a video on YouTube you think plagiarized you."
I 1000% agree with that comment. I 1000% agree with that comment. Thank you very much.
end quote. Of course, Ethel never said that, she simply took issue with Skov's poor coverage of the topic. Another commenter complains that, quote, demanding 30% of the money from the video, the sponsor of that video, and of her Patreon for that month is mad though. You can see how it clearly looks like blackmail, right? If you'd said about having a credit first, I'd get you, but you went in guns blazing demanding money, end quote. But as we discussed earlier, Ethel did also demand credit.
And as you're showing the receipt, which you are being very nice of not highlighting it, but we still see. Since you, your writers, or your researchers did not do so, we feel we are entitled to 30%, which technically, being that y'all like to go by technicalities, technically you ask for the money first before you ask for the other actions. So yeah, you extorted her. Shut up.
Here's someone arguing that, quote, I don't see how it's plagiarism. Using the same screenshots you used in your video doesn't mean she plagiarized your video, end quote. Another person also takes issue with the screenshots, saying, quote, what the fuck, this whole issue is about a couple of screenshots? Anyone can make those. How would anyone know you made them in the first place? End quote. A third comment about the screenshots was, quote, you went after someone who used the same screenshots you used that was from another person? End quote. So here are three people who don't even know the most basic facts of the plagiarism. They think it was just a couple of screenshots that anyone could make, as opposed to 8 screenshots that all match up perfectly along multiple data points, including personalized data
No, it doesn't. No.
points. Finally, let's end on a high note with some rather funny comments from people who are so close to getting it. So the first commenter says, quote, she didn't say things word for word, and even so, similar...
You know, imagine throwing up comments from your comment section and literally arguing with commenters under your video. Imagine being that soft. Imagine being that soft where you're literally arguing with commenters. Yeah, it's cringe. It's cringe as fuck.
Similarities isn't plagiarism. This is literally, I made a video about this so you can't. Furthermore, multiple people have downed Lily Orchard videos. Why not go after them as well? You're being very petty and very snake-like with all this. End quote. The second, very...
Yeah, they are. They are filtered out because it says automatically held.
Similarly argues that, quote, you literally have been blackmailing her. You're the bad guy here and don't deserve the platform, heart. On top of that, YouTube drama and covering topics isn't your right and only your right. Everyone is allowed to. So it's weird that you and your fans keep going, but EOT talked about this when dozens of others have too. End quote. Yes, why not go after all those other people? The world may never know. Remember what I was saying about the community post? About how it may not have been enough? It's time to come back to that. It's time to talk about arse covering. I said that it's possible that making a statement in the community post wasn't enough. Thing is, Skov was no better. They act as though putting that disclaimer in was so diligent and courteous, but they put it at the end. 44:26 to 44:43 in a 45 minutes and 40-second video. I would be...
Weird Collar Guy, thank you for being a member for 19 months. We also know that EOT didn't create those screenshots. It came from victims of Kiwi. I know, I went over that my last stream that was now members. That needs to be repeated. True.
Be willing to bet actual money that a bunch of people didn't even see the disclaimer in the first place. Not only that, but anyone watching the video had 40 minutes to think about lashing out at us and leaving hate. 40 minutes of those thoughts forming and festering before being told, oh, don't do this, by the way. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if some people went and typed out hate before they even had a chance to hear Skov tell them not to.
Okay, wait a minute. So your logic is that they had to wait 40 minutes before Skov told them not to send hate. Okay, great. They had to wait 0 minutes before Ethel tried to use sympathy bait before she got to her fucked up facts. I'm only using your logic here. I'm only using your logic. She was sympathy baiting before she actually got down to what was going on. And then she sympathy baited after that also. Like what?
Skov did not put that disclaimer in because they wanted to prevent harassment. They put it in so they could say they did.
She doesn't have to put in a disclaimer. Disclaimers are not actually needed. Because no matter if you put a disclaimer in there or not, people are going to do what they are going to do. It's always good to do that, mind you, but you don't have to.
So that they could wash their hands of any hate their viewers sent our way by saying, well, I did everything that I could, I told them not to. Possibly even they put it in just so they could pretend to be better than us, because we didn't check that arbitrary box. But they're doing this in a video where they state dozens of times that they think Ethel is acting in bad faith, that they feel extorted and threatened, that Ethel has a pattern of harassing people. This is a video where they claim that Ethel is—
She does, Rachel Oates. How many videos did Ethel do on Rachel Oates? How many videos did Ethel do on Rachel Oates? Over the years. Years! Not months, not weeks, not days. Years. Just saying.
is trying to attach as many negative things to their name as possible to make people hate them. This is the video where they deliberately compress all of Ethel's behavior into a single incident and leave out their own actions against her so that they can act as though they were attacked without provocation. This is the video where they omit and lie about the wealth of evidence against them. This is the video—
And y'all are lying about the evidence that you have against her. Y'all are stretching it to a point it looks like a fucking lie. And you know what y'all prove? Y'all prove that she had a bigger platform and that Ethel was going through money problems, so that's why she asked for the 30%. Y'all proved that you connected Vagelina to Rachel Oates, who y'all have been on her ass for years. Y'all proved that yourself. That's another thing you proved. You proved that it was extortion with the second email saying that you will make a video. You proved it was extortion by your tweets. So yeah, let's talk about proof. Shall we? You proved in this video it was extortion because you're trying to show receipts that actually show the opposite of what you're fucking saying, like a dummy.
where they repeat the same half a quote over and over again because Ethel said burn and fire is scary. Not only do they frame Ethel as an irrational, violent aggressor, but they frame—
Well, she's definitely— I don't know about violent. But she's definitely— what was the other word?
said burn and fire is scary. Not only do they frame Ethel as an irrational, violent aggressor—
Okay, Ethel is definitely irrational, and you are just as irrational. Y'all are not using any kind of fucking rationality in this entire thing. Ethel is very irrational. Violent— I wouldn't say violent aggressor. Who has called Ethel violent? What?
aggressor, but they frame themselves as a scared, confused, and vulnerable victim. Excuse my language, but—
Yes, and y'all and Ethel acted like she was a fucking victim. Get the fuck out of there. So Ethel can act like this big ass victim because she had a fucking toothache, a fucking broken foot, and she's having money problems? Get the fuck out of here. Oh, so Ethel can be a fucking victim. She can be a victim because shit that happened to her that had nothing to do with the plagiarism, but she can attach it to the fucking plagiarism, right? Right? Get the fuck out of here. She's been playing fucking victim from the get-go. Kiss my ass. Holy shit.
No shit that a bunch of people got angry and attacked Ethel on their behalf. Even if they had put their disclaimer at the beginning of their video, I don't think it would have mattered after all that. An anti-harassment disclaimer means less than nothing if everything else you say is a demonstrable lie designed to stir up hate. Thing is, you could look at all this and turn it around and—
Like what y'all did?
Everything else you say is a demonstrable lie designed to stir up hate.
Like y'all did? Like you're doing now? You've done this the whole video. Just saying.
Thing is, you could look at all this and turn it around and say, well, Ethel accused Skov of this and this and this, they made Skov look bad too. Personally, I think it's a bit different when there's actually proof of those accusations, but there's also another aspect of this issue which is illustrated by Ethel's community post. In her post, Ethel didn't just say not to seek out or antagonize anyone. They also gave some explanation as to why not, saying, quote, trust in that, if the person responsible refuses to fix the damage, I'm more than capable of setting off the alarm, end quote. This is another reason—
I can't wait to see the comments from quote-unquote your people, your fans, your subscribers, your viewers, because I know they're going to be under here because they already went under my my Vagelina video when I covered her video and Ethel's video. I can play this game with you. I can thoroughly play this game with you. A lot of people can play this game with you. That's the thing. You're not even in the same ballpark. Because you don't know how to play this game. You are really, really bad at it.
Reason I don't believe that our community went after Skov. Ethel has shown them that, despite all the shit she's been put through, she can and will take care of herself. She will absolutely dress someone down and show every ugly detail of their bad behavior. She'll even call someone out as dangerous if she thinks they're dangerous. But she doesn't cry about being scared and confused and throw around allegations about how she might be harassed.
No, she cries over a broken foot, a toothache, something that was bad that happened to her in her childhood, and having money problems. That's what she cries about right before she's going to talk about how somebody plagiarized her video. Yeah, okay. Okay, Ethel. Okay, Levi. Or not Levi. All right, I get you. Rules for me and not for thee.
She calls out terrible behavior, but she doesn't present herself as a victim who needs saving. This is even backed into the way Ethel approaches making videos. Archiving links and referencing claims are a demonstration that they're being careful and proactive, which also acts as a sign that they can take care of themselves, even if it's not intended that way. I think it also helps that Ethel cultivates an audience who aren't hateful bigots, but that's just a guess. Maybe people who like to spew ableism and make light of the Holocaust are the path towards a more tolerant internet. Of course, all of this is somewhat speculative and uncertain. The fact is, no one can ever be 100% sure of what every member of their audience is doing, so let's focus on intent instead. I know that Skov chose to make their disclaimer less effective. How do I know this? Well...
Oh my god, are you... Oh my god, you don't know anything. You don't know for a fact. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know, actually, no, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. I am actually happy with this. Because everything they're doing, they're actually claiming that Vagelina did. And I love how they know what they, quote unquote, know what Vagelina's mindset was. What Vagelina was purposely doing. I love it. I love it.
Unlike me and Ethel, they can't claim that they simply didn't think of including a disclaimer. Not only do we know they thought of it because they put the disclaimer in, but they claim that they had recent experience with vicious harassment from our audience. This was clearly on their mind, and they supposedly just saw and felt firsthand how awful harassment is, yet they didn't talk about it at the beginning of their video. They left it for the end, where people could miss it, or worse, be beyond wanting to listen. If you're still unconvinced, then tell me something, and be truthful. Who would you rather have talk about you? Someone who didn't tell their audience not to harass you in a fully referenced, fully evidenced video accusing you of plagiarism, some dishonesty, and a legal threat, or someone who says not to harass you at the end of a video where they spent 40 minutes lying about everything that you've said and done to prop up a narrative that you're a terrifying, unreasonable, violent harasser who made up a bunch of nonsense to destroy them for no good reason. I know which one I prefer. After all...
Oh my god.
Of that heaviness, I'd like to end on a lighter note by covering the fact that Skov is still plagiarizing, even in their supposedly fixed source list. Not just Ethel either, but several other people. Of course, we already knew that because having a list of links is not proper citation, but what I mean is they're still plagiarizing even if we go by their own standards.
And then I also obviously did quite a lot of my own research. I went and looked online, I looked at, well, Encyclopedia Dramatica was one of them, random Reddit posts, random Tumblr posts.
Skov has not linked any Reddit posts whatsoever, and they only have 2 Tumblr links, a master post on the Lily Orchard gossip blog, and an unaffiliated post about Lily's sister by user Opinionated Onion. There's nothing random about one compilation and one post about a high-profile victim by a well-known Elo-critical blogger. Even in their updated source list, they are, by their own admission, leaving out several sources that they say they used. Not only...
They don't have to source shit if they don't want to. I mean, she should, but they don't have to. This is fucking YouTube, bro. This is crazy.
Only that, not only have they left sources out that they claim they used, they also left sources out that they claim are in there.
So when Essence of Thought reached out to me, I thought, well, okay, yeah, fair enough. I haven't actually done a good enough job of putting all the sources more concisely, so I'm going to fix that. And I went into the Tumblr blog, I took a few of the specific links from the Tumblr blog, and I put them in. Again,
the only Tumblr links in Skov's updated source list are the master post on the Lily Orchard gossip blog and the post about Lily's sister. That is not a few of the specific links. Not only is 2 not a few, but they talk about going into the Tumblr blog, meaning...
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my, I hate it here. I absolutely hate it here. Holy crap.
They had to be talking about the Lily Orchard gossip blog, as that was their only original source. But they simply haven't posted any specific links from there. They are, once again, tacitly admitting to plagiarism by their own standards. There's also another major problem with their source list.
I also didn't put the Definitely Bored Oranges video as a source. I think, honestly, just because I didn't use it for research, but looking back at it now, I probably should have put that because I did watch it, or at the very least put it as like further watching or something. And I put a video that I didn't actually watch, but I had been told about it.
They don't have a further watching list. These are both in their sources. Their source list isn't even a source list. It's just a things about the topic list. Skov doesn't even seem to understand what a source is, much less how to cite one properly or why it's important to do so. What this means is, if you watch their
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't think y'all understand what facts are. I don't think y'all understand what receipts are. Because you two are horrible. Y'all are so bad at this. Holy shit.
video, and you want to look into any of the original authors of the information they use, maybe to support them or just to see what they contributed, you will not only be sent on a wild goose chase through a list of poorly labeled and uncited links, but also videos and posts which are not even sources. That second video they mentioned, by the way, it's behind a paywall, so you could end up wasting money too. This is Skov's updated source list. In a video where Skov claims that they never engaged in plagiarism in the first place, they have not only tacitly admitted to plagiarizing in that they needed to update their source list, but also tacitly admitted that even the fixed source list is plagiarism in multiple ways. Not only are they leaving sources out by their own admission, but they're also putting random nonsense in, making the relevant information even harder to find. By the way, did you remember that name? Definitely Bored Oranges? Remember how that was the closest Skov had to a third-party source for any of those screenshots? They themselves said that Oranges was not one of their sources. So even if you want to argue that this one modified screenshot absolves them of everything we've covered today, they have—
Who fucking cares? I need to get high. You know, I don't like smoking weed, but I really need some right now. I do. I don't like alcohol. You know, I need something. Nicotine ain't gonna do it for me after this. I'm gonna go over to Jada's house. We're gonna smoke a blunt. I'll be there in like 13 hours. I'll still need it by then, believe me. Yumino's like, I wanna come.
have told you themselves that no, that is not the case. Even worse, do you remember when I showed you their side of the story? Do you remember how they said that they thought of Lily Orchard sending herself messages because it was such an obvious thought to have? Even that was plagiarized, by Skov's own admission.
It was my first thought, and actually the reason it was my first thought was because as I was doing the research for this, and I saw that, the thoughts of the comments came to my head, and I could think of people commenting, oh, what if like she just did that herself? And I was like, yeah, actually she probably did.
Who knew that when Skov said it popped into their head, what they meant is that memories of other people saying it popped into their head. We didn't.
Wait.
Knew that when Skov said it popped into their head.
This came to my head. The reason it was my first thought was because as I was doing the research for this, and I saw that, the thoughts of the comments came to my head, and I could think of people commenting, oh, what if like she just did that herself? And I was like, yeah, actually she probably did.
Who knew that when Skov said it popped into their head, what they meant?
What? That she agreed with the holy shit. Holy shit on a shingle. What in the fuck is this? You see a comment, or you hear someone make a comment, and you go, yeah. Yeah, no, I actually agree with that. You know, I didn't think about that before. And you have to source that? Bro! She agreed with a take Ethel agreed with. Plagiarism! Hell is what this is. Yes, Eye of the River, it really is.
Meant is that memories of other people saying it popped into their head. We didn't, because they didn't cite those people. Thing is, even if all of these links were labeled properly, all of the Reddit posts were added in, the individual Tumblr posts were linked, everything was described in detail and maybe even numbered, this would still be plagiarism. If you don't agree with me, prove it. Go to their video right now and identify exactly which information was taken from each source. You can't because, outside of the testimony of high-profile victims, Skov doesn't tell you. You could not tell me which information came from Encyclopedia Dramatica and the Lily Orchard Gossip blog if your life depended on it. That is plagiarism. We've covered a lot today.
You are so full of shit. You are so full of shit, because you know nobody's going to do that. The sad thing is you can't prove that. Jesus Christ. Holy hell.
We talked about the evidence of Vagelina Skov's plagiarism, we discussed their justifications, we covered some very heavy allegations from them, we talked about harassment and some very nasty hate comments, we learned about transmisogyny, and most importantly of all, we learned that Vagelina Skov says a lot of things that are very easy to disprove with some basic cross-referencing.
No. But I will say this, what you did do in this video is you proved a lot of my points. Just saying. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I will be using it as reference to my video. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You actually made my work easier for the Vagelina segment. Don't worry. I'm downloading this video after I'm done.
Sadly, I couldn't quite cover everything. It turns out that fact-checking 40 minutes of rambling takes a lot more work than producing it. That's why I'd like to invite you lovely people to civilly share anything you noticed that I missed. I'd also love to hear
Lazarel for 2. Prove our accusation wrong or they are right. Wait, what?
work than producing it. That's why I'd like to invite you lovely people to civilly share anything you noticed that I missed. I'd also love to hear your thoughts on the wider issue of plagiarism. How do you make use of references as a viewer? What do you feel would be an adequate citation for your work? What are your thoughts on artists and creators wanting compensation? Finally, please do let me know if there's anything you'd like me to clarify or expand on, and I'll do my best.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't want you to ever make another video ever again. Because if this is how y'all conduct your research, and if this is how you conduct your fact-finding and what's facts, you're pretty shitty. I don't want to see a damn thing that you have ever made ever again. But unfortunately, I have to. So when I'm completely done with this video, I'm hoping to be completely done with you. Just saying. Okay, let's take that. There we go. Saved it. Oh my God. That was literally the most brain dead video. No, actually, I think ETHEL's first one about Vagelina was more brain dead than that one. But it was pretty bad. I'll give her that. Let's go. It's converting now. I need a stiff drink now. Kevin, so do I. Now let's watch the next video. Veronica. I have been live for 3 hours, 18 minutes, and 22 seconds. No. I can't do any more tonight. I wish I could, but my brain does not have the capacity. And I feel like you're being ableist asking me to watch that second video. And I don't know if I appreciate that. I may demand 30% of all your earnings for even asking me that question. I swear to God, for this video, I may go around like in a church, and I'm going to go around and I'm going to pass around a collection plate with you mofos. And I am going to demand a tithe like they do in a church. Because this project is killing me. I am slowly dying inside. Okay? We are a cult. And like a good proper cult, y'all are going to have to pay your dues. Like Jada Take said. This is killing me. I'm whipping out the laptop tomorrow, and I'm going to start typing up the script and then watching videos in the timeline that I got. And yeah. Yes, she made a second. She made she uploaded. Excuse me. They uploaded another video probably about, well, I guess it's like 13 hours now. It was 11 hours when I first started. But they uploaded, 14 hours ago, they uploaded a second video about Vagelina. It's only 20 minutes long. More than likely, let's see, tomorrow at 6, we have a premiere over at Broadcast, which technically is going to be the last premiere for Broadcast. We're not going to be premiering anymore after that. We're just going to be dropping videos. But we have a premiere tomorrow at 6, and then I have a recording, which is probably going to take a little over 2 hours. So after that, we might go ahead and go live, because this video is only 20 minutes long. We might actually go over the second video tomorrow night, and it will probably be like at 9:30-ish, 10 p.m. Okay? Yes, we are the Church of Xylie and Latter-day Hussies. Whoever said that is 100% correct. Do we get cult shirts? Yes, shirts that you can buy. You know, I should have asked Eva to make me Jaded Take. I need you to somehow make me a cult design. Okay? Make me a cult design. Something with, I don't know, you know what to do. The Cult of Xylie of the Latter-day Hussies or something. You know? So, all right. Anything else before we get out of here? Because my God, that was horrific. But you know what? I'm glad I didn't suffer alone. Oh man, I got some merch coming. I still got to do it in the store, but I haven't had time. Eva made me some designs. Oh my God, so good. So good. These designs are really, really good. I'm going to start discounting some of the designs and getting them out. So I'll let you know when I go to discount those. So if you want them, you can get them before they're gone. And yeah. Yes, we're a Christian mingle cult. Thank you very much. We're a cult, but we have values. So, anything else before we get... Yes, we did trauma bond tonight. I feel like I trauma bonded with all of you tonight. Yes, send the therapy bills to Ethel and Levi. 100%. So... Wait, what is that? Oh, you're linking the broadcast. Oh, there you go. All right, well, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for coming out for the live stream. I know it was kind of last minute. I had to get some stuff done today. You know me. I'm always busy. I can't stop from being busy. So, I will talk to y'all later. Y'all have a great night. And, yeah, don't be out there like Ethel and Levi. Keep it real. Peace out.
Cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains. I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, Pop popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain. I just wanna be greatness. 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 Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent, and it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. Bad energy is like a poison, needs a antiseptic. Ain't no